Before we get started, we're going to play the banner. Welcome everybody to the midnight hour, where she cries mo mo mo.
Boglins, come out and play. Boglins, come out and play. It's the midnight hour. We got all the horror you need. We got Mr. Bones and the Pumpkin King killing Katie and Queen and Buck and Blu Digital. You'll leave your ass dizzy as fuck. And don't forget Casey and InterwebKaiju. Fuck with him and you'll be through. Also, we roll with a dead boy named Mike, a bat and a cat and an echo that rings throughout the night. So many more. I'm talking about the Midnight Army. We roll deep, but before I say anything else, I'm gonna drop the mic. Join us in 12 and beyond. We bring that fear. It will make you cower. Shout into the darkness. It's the midnight hour. Boglin Club.
Boglins.
Boglin.
Boglins.
Boglins.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the midnight hour. Sit back, relax, grab a doob or a beer, hang out with us. Welcome to the midnight hour, where we close out our discussion of the Springwood Slasher. Let's go ahead and introduce the cast on the panel tonight. We have Jennifer Tochi sporting a beautiful new shirt, the Pumpkin King baby, the midnight hour shirt.
Where'd you get that?
Where'd you get that? Was that a Big Lots?
No, I got it in the midnight hour merch store. Hobbs. Was that a Big Lot?
We have Blu Digital approaching 900 subs and counting.
Yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably hit 1K by the end of the year. Who knows?
He's almost got 1,000 views on one of his most recent videos as he's exploring different.
Yo, when I first saw that, I kept double checking it because I was like, these numbers can't be right. Like, why does this video have over 1,000 views? And it just keeps going, dude. I don't get it.
I told you we had this conversation 3 weeks ago. If you make videos like that, you're gonna kill it like you always do. Sean will make a video about like I don't know anything, like just a review of like a I don't know, like an applesauce, right? And it'll have 12,000 views on it. Then we have Killer Katie, who's been going across the streams, making it known that she is at 350 connections. Congratulations, Killer Katie, popping the popcorn.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones. Bones is doing well as well. He's approaching 700 connections. Is that right, Mr. Bones?
I got like 630, I think, something like that.
So he's on track as well. Finally, we didn't know if we were going to have enough. We got the Kaiju, Casey InterwebKaiju. He's approaching 7 million views on his channel.
I don't think that's true.
It could be.
If you like anything Kaiju or Boglins, Casey's the man up in the bottom left-hand corner. Welcome, everybody. I'm Hobbs. We're going to discuss the final Elmstreet films and close it out.
That is not true, Katie, by the way. Almost at 1 million, though. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's not true.
I mean, he's just trying to compliment the guy, you know? I mean, he's worth 7 million connections. I mean, look at the content. I mean, he does excellent stuff. He's reviewed the Greasy Strangler. What the hell is it that you reviewed?
I reviewed the Oily Maniac. I still haven't watched the Greasy Strangler. I hear good things, but I think it's more of a comedy than a horror movie.
Yeah, the Oily Maniac. That's another one. Check out those reviews. I was watching his reviews today. Some of his book reviews too. That was really interesting stuff there. Not much of a reader, but I should be. But Anyway, so we've touched base in the first 3 films, so I guess we can go into the rest of them. What do you guys think about 4 and 5 in the franchise of the Elmstreet franchise?
I don't like them as much.
Do you care to elaborate, Killer Katie?
They're not. They're my least favorite in the franchise. I just don't know what it is. I just don't like them as much.
Yeah, I understand that. Some people they don't like those as much. Some people feel like that's kind of when it was getting to the comedical realm of Freddy. Um, but I really like Part 4 personally myself. I enjoyed Part 4. Kal-El, I know you like Part 4. What's up, Cheetah?
Hey,
What's up,
Cheetah. Hey,
Kal-El?
Cal.
Face.
Hey, Patrick.
What's up, Larry D? What's up,
Hey, Larry.
Rick?
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Rick.
Let's see who else we got here in the chat with us tonight. Anybody I'm missing? Kal-El Daily. Kal-El Daily. Oh, and
Yeah.
Katie, you got to stop taking me seriously. I'm a big goofball. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm just full of love and joy, and
I know that.
I'm never serious. They told me that I'm like Bill Murray. I should have been a talk show host or a game show host.
Well, you know I don't feel good today, so.
I know. What's up, Jason? Horrific Nightmares JM.
Hey, Jason.
So yeah, I like Part 4. I'm not as big on Part 5, and sadly, I haven't got a chance to rewatch Part 5. But I like the continuance on Part 4. But yes, it would have been nice to see a little more development with the characters in that one. What are your thoughts on the other ones, guys? Kayla Katie's giving her thoughts. What do you guys think about 4 and 5?
I also like number 4. I like how, the power got thrown. And but when it did come to 5 and 6, I think the storyline did start going kind of leaving. But I do enjoy Freddy suing it. So it's kind of weird with me.
Did it bother you that Patricia Arquette did not come back and they had Tuesday night?
No, it didn't bother me.
Do you think it would have been odd having her as that role dying off that early in the films? I'm sorry, Sean. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I wouldn't say it really bothered me, but I really did enjoy Patricia Arquette in Part 3. But this time around, going back and watching the movies, I got up to the 5th movie. I fell asleep because I was tired, not because I don't know what I was watching. I wasn't really too thrilled with Part 5, but Part 4 has definitely grown on me, and I totally forgot how Freddy gets to work really fast in that movie, and I just did not remember that at all. And just going back and seeing Part 4 and just seeing Freddy just really getting to work killing people right away. I feel like that's how a sequel should be done. Or at least should start out that way. It should be intense like that. That's how you want to draw people in my opinion. But yeah, Part 4 has definitely grown on me, and Part 5 is still sitting in the gutter, I guess. I don't know. So
I feel like because I've hated on Part 5 so much, not in a really bad way. It's just not my favorite. I feel like when I watch it, it's gonna end up being my favorite now. I haven't watched it in probably 7 years.
Wow.
That's probably over exaggeration, but Joe the Horrorman and I were talking about it too, and he was saying that he really likes Part 5. So it's
Oh,
what do
did
you?
you say
What would I
Joe
do?
the Foreman? He's gonna pop up.
Oh, is he here?
No, I haven't seen him yet, but I said it last time and he popped up.
That's true. What's up, Michelle? Welcome. What's up, Hellstriker?
Hello.
Part 4 to me, I think they killed off Joey and Kincaid too early, in my opinion. But they had to, I guess. I thought the junkyard scene was kind of intense, really. You know, the dog pissing on the fire. I'm like,
My son loved that scene. Man.
what's up, Jim?
Hey Jim, how are you?
What would your son think about the scene, Jen?
My son loved that scene. It's the only thing he'll watch of Nightmare on Elm Street is when the dog pisses out fire.
Wait, that's the only scene he'll watch?
Yeah.
Wow, but whatever
Everybody
works
has
for him, you know.
right. It's true.
A
I
wild
always
way to bring back your antagonist, though, getting them pissed on, you know.
it's true. It's very true. I agree with you. And of course, I always watch the fucking the waterbed scene. Of course, you guys probably know why, but apparently back in the 80s, like 70% of homes had a waterbed. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
What's up, Katie Warman? Welcome. Jim, after all this time of you saying you're not being on the streams, buddy, welcome. We're
Yes,
glad to have
welcome.
everybody check out Now It's Dark. Just remember, we appreciate the love. If you can make it to the streams or come on the panel, it's cool. If you can't, it's all about having fun. If I ever had to go up by myself, I would do it. But I know we always have people willing to come on. Go ahead. What were you saying, Jenny?
I lived in a 3-story house with 3 generations. My grandparents, my mom and her brothers and sisters, and then my cousins. And there was 4 water beds in that house.
Damn.
It was
like a damn
in
water
the
park.
80s. Yeah.
We definitely have one because I got stuck behind ours. My dad had to pull me out from behind ours because I used to sleepwalk. Legitimately, I'm like Philip the Walker. I used to sleepwalk a lot, and I even did it at an older age. And I would sleepwalk in the middle of the night, and I got stuck behind the waterbed, and my head was so big, I was like a damn bobblehead. My head was stuck between the wall and the back of a waterbed. My dad had to move the entire waterbed to pull me out, and then it happened again like 4 weeks later, and I was underneath the waterbed. It was so weird.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations! Now that's dark.
1,313 is an excellent goal.
Wait, so Jim's channel just hit 1K or something?
Well,
He just reached. Go ahead,
in the
Casey.
past, like he would go over 1K and then drop. Like it happened a few times, but I think like last month or the month before he hit 1K again, and now he's at 1.1K. So it's sticking this time. So we're all very happy.
Yeah. I remember seeing his community post about it, and that's why I was like, "What the hell are we talking about here, man?" Like, I know I saw something for that, but that's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I got stuck underneath the waterbed either. It was probably like where the panel is, because the waterbed was flat on the floor. So I think I was stuck where the panel is before it gets to the wood on the very bottom. But behind it, I can guarantee that happened. Yes, congratulations, Jim. Upward and onward.
Yes.
So Hobbs, did it bother you with the recast? Since you were asking everyone.
What was that?
The recast for 4.
How do I put this? I didn't mind Tuesday night, but I also wouldn't have minded if Patricia Arquette was in there. You know?
Yeah, I
like
agree. I agree with you.
That's pretty much how I feel about it too. But it's, besides it, I mean, it's the movie still works,
Absolutely. as far as the kills and whatnot, I didn't know how I felt about the beach scene. Not that it was a kill scene, but the blades coming up through the sand and shit in part 4.
Yeah.
Hey Wes, um, at some point today, if someone decides to come off, I can only do 6 at a time. I don't know if you're coming on at some point, but always feel free to join us. We'll have another spot open.
Wes, I'll be leaving soon, so if you want to pop on here in a few minutes, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, Katie's not feeling too hot tonight, Wes, so you guys can trade out. Katie, we know you're not feeling well, but you also can leave whenever you feel ready, and we always can have sub-ins. So, but yeah.
All right.
So
since Wes is already in chat, I'll go down. Since Wes is already here, I'll go down into the chat and just hang out there, and
you
Wes
sure?
can come in. Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case I feel sick or something, and I don't have to feel like I have to leave you guys or something.
Okay. Well, I feel better, and we'll have Wes come on, and if you want to hang out in the chat, okay?
Yep, I'll do that. All right. Love you guys.
Yeah, take care, Katie.
Thank you. Wes, no, you're more than welcome to come on. So I'm leaving now, so you can go on, and I'll go down and check because I have a migraine, so
Feel better.
I'll be in the chat. Thank you.
And so, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 will be 33 years old on the 19th.
All right, Wes, go ahead and click the link again, buddy.
Oh my gosh. That makes me feel really old.
No.
Wes, if you're still here, you can go ahead and click the link. We'll bring you on, but before we continue, because we're curious your thoughts as well.
Yeah, Wes.
What was the date on that you said, Sean?
August 19th, 1988 is when Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 was released. So it'll be 33 years old on the 19th. I think 33.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, especially for that's the 4th film.
How old were we then, Sean? We were like what, like 6?
Yeah, very. Probably by that time around 88 is when I was able to I was old enough to start comprehending dialogue and stuff in movies. Because I don't know about you guys, when I was very young, I really thought movies were real when I was watching them at 2 years old. I thought movies were a real thing. I really thought this shit was going on, and then I'm like, oh, there's actors and there's camera crews and shit,
I still think Freddy Krueger's are. What's up, Wes?
What's up?
The Icelord is in the motherfucking house.
Shit.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, everybody? What's up, Hobbs, Sean, Jen, Casey, Bones? The whole crew is here.
Are you in an ice locker right now?
Yeah, I'm in a meat locker, cooling off.
It just looked a little smoky, some cold
No, this is just my smoking room, I guess. It normally is hot as hell out here, but it's actually kind of cool, so I can manage. And
be careful, everybody in the chat. You might get a contact buzz.
Yeah, be careful. I'm not smoking Crombies tonight.
Do you remember much about Elm Street 4?
Well, I do remember Part 4 a little bit. I remember the Dream Warriors got killed off at the beginning, and I remember that's the Dream Child one. Or no, that's Part 5, right?
Right, that's Part 5.
Well, I do remember seeing Part 4 in the theater, but it's escaped me a little bit. I need a refresher.
Pat, are you leaving? If so, good night. If otherwise, good night, folks. What's up, Larry D?
Just remember the waterbed theme, Wes.
Oh, yeah. I definitely do remember that one.
I think most males
Unforgettable.
remember that one from part 4. That's every guy's dream.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. It's been a while since I've seen it, though. I got to admit, I've got all, you know, all parts of it, with the exception of the New Nightmare. But, you know, it's just been a while since I've revisited the series. I suppose I should have been brushing up.
Well, you know, all of us are kind of like, obviously, I'm obsessed with the series, so I know a lot of them, but like, we're all kind of
Sure.
like catching up with them and forgetting odds and ends. When you watch them, you catch things. Like Sean feels like part 4 is different than when he watched it previously. You know,
It's been like a long
That's right.
time. It's been a long time since I sat down and watched that movie from like beginning to end. And yeah, it's definitely grown on me. Like I just was like really like surprised in the beginning to see Freddy like, you know, just getting shit done fast, you know?
Yeah.
Just I'm not used to it's like, you know, slasher sequels can usually get pretty dull and boring because it takes about 45 minutes for the movie to take off sometimes.
Yeah, this one kind of comes right out the gates, doesn't it? And,
yeah, I was like, yo, like what the fuck is gonna happen next? Like I don't
yeah.
remember shit from this movie right now. But yeah, I had a pretty good time with it. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to do part 5 again, but that's a tough one.
I remember I liked it quite a bit. I mean, I can't remember all the kills, but wasn't I remember you guys had the one pizza guy on that one night. Wasn't that pizza kill? Yeah. Wasn't that kill in the or that dream sequence, so to speak?
I'm pretty sure that is part 4 with the pizza.
Yeah.
Meatballs or whatever.
Yeah. I'm piecing it together in my mind.
It wasn't in like part 5 where he's like, "What a sock face." But that's a lot of people get those two scenes confused, you know.
Yeah.
But
well, wasn't he like trying to romance the young lady or something with the pizza? Like,
I think he wanted her.
Weird. Yeah.
I think he wanted to take her to the Katie Hopkins Day dance or some shit. Like,
there you go.
Freddy was like trying to get really clever with dialogue there, but it just wasn't working.
He was trying to get Alice to come down the rabbit hole with him.
Right? Yeah, that makes sense. I remember
down Alice's rabbit hole.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was seeing that scene with the mechanical hand that comes out of the school desk. Like that actually got me. Like I thought that was legit, but it was like a dream sequence.
Another notable thing about part 4 is the scene where Dan is in the elevator. That scene is different. It was supposed to be he was supposed to just fall into a pit of like hell. His fear is supposed to be the elevators, right?
Okay.
So they had to change the scene because of the budget. That's when they made the karate scene.
Oh
no, it was Rick. He's like, "Hello, Rickson." I thought that was so stupid, man.
Yeah, I'm actually. I mean, nowadays, I'm surprised someone ain't crying about it and have it pulled out of a movie. You know.
I mean, I ended up liking it more, and it definitely was Rick. But like, Dan obviously he's the football player, but Rick, he was supposed to fall into a pit because he's afraid of elevators and like just die off, and I guess he gets like flattens out or whatnot. But they didn't have the budget to finish that scene. I thought that was interesting.
Kind of shows because that karate scene that looked like that cost them like maybe $18 to set that up.
Rick is the Jeff Goldblum of the movie, man. He's the hottie of the movie.
A lot of people thought that was Christian Slater.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of has that like Heathers look, that Christian Slater from Heathers with the trench coat.
Yeah, I've met that guy in person too, Andres Jones. He's a pretty cool dude. Let me know in the chat, by the way, if you guys liked the karate scene. I mean, it goes back and forth. I like it, but I don't like. I like it because it's silly. I mean, I wanted
Yeah.
the fight to be longer. Like he killed Rick off way too fast. You know. I did like the trench coat that Rick wore in the film. I have a trench coat just like that, but
That's cool.
I look really bad with it. He looks a lot better with it than me.
He looks so
Oh,
lost
man.
boys in it. Woo-hoo-hoo.
What's that?
He looks so
What's that?
lost boys in it. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Jen Tochi's on some type of positive feel the last couple of days. She has just been feeling the positive love and giving out the energy. Freddie got his ass kicked, Kal-El says. You know, he did get thrown. There was a toss. I liked that. So, you
I feel
know,
like I should throw the movie on just to get like back into it, just to start pulling memories back.
well, the cool thing is we've got to touch base on 4 other films in the next hour and a half. So, I guess now we can move on to part 5. But before we do so, any other things that you guys remember from part 4? Casey, Bones, anybody? I really liked the fact that she got all the powers at one time to fight Freddy with. I thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah, that was cool. I do remember that.
She got some strength to stand up to her dad, man. That was awesome.
I want to compliment the soundtrack too. I bought the Dramarama Anything album just for that song.
Wasn't she getting like harassed by her mom or something? Like her mom was trying to put her to sleep all the time, and
Yeah. Sleeping. I think
it's slowly coming back.
So Kristen was the one that unfortunately died off early in part 4. Her mom kept giving her dream pills because she wanted her to sleep. But then she ends up getting drugged up and she goes, "It's his fucking banquet, and now I'm going to be asleep and I'm going to die." But it was Alice's dad that was giving her crap because her mom passed, and I guess he was just an alcoholic.
Right, and he was like he's like a drunk or whatever.
He's an asshole.
Cal says, "I thought it was emotional when she wakes up and feels she has lost her brother. That hits me if you ever lost a friend or a brother that hits different." Cal, I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yep.
But yeah, so I like the fact that all of the powers she was able to use towards the final scene. But go ahead, I'm sorry. Wes.
Was the refrigerator scene the refrigerator kill in part 5, or is that 4?
That would be part 5.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
I'm not hugely. I don't remember a whole lot of part 5 because it, like I said, for whatever reason, it just didn't. It pissed me off some parts of it, but
yeah.
The 5 one where they go into like Freddy's mom, right? They go into her backstory.
Yeah.
Or is that a different
yeah, I
one?
believe so.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Now we have people that love part 5 in the chat, so we're gonna have to. I'm ashamed of you, Cravens. You need to know this stuff. What are we supposed to know, Kal-El Bailey? Tell us the ways, my friend. Did you like the fight scene between Alice and Freddy? Some people say that it was kind of sexual and kind of hot.
I don't think anything hot can happen between Freddy and anybody.
Did anybody get anything out of it?
It definitely did not do anything for me.
It just heated up my Ilios pizzas all day.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said, gross. I don't find anything sexual about Freddy whatsoever. give him a Jeff Goldblum mask and butt, and hey.
If only Jeff Goldblum would have been in part 4.
Time, but
what character in part 4 would have Jeff Goldblum's ass played? Anybody?
The pizza.
Cal, nobody said that. I made that up.
Jeff Goldblum's ass does not look like pizza. It's beautifully curved, just like Rick's ass, man. Ugh. You do not appreciate men's asses.
But what if it was? What if it was like a calzone pizza, or like one of those extra crust pizzas? Would that be like Jeff Goldblum's ass?
Yes.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I made that up about the sexual thing with. I was just kidding.
Oh, good.
But
sometimes you got to fill in that dead air, you know.
Cal, I think I did read something about someone saying it, and that's why I brought it up. So yeah, on to part 5. If anybody has any other thoughts, moving on to part 5. Now Alice she's got a bun in the oven. We open up part 5 with them bumping uglies and procreating, and it's very, very sexual in part 5, the beginning, and you know. So as we go on, we start to have Alice and her friends all gathering around, and we start to get a little more into the story. If anything, what do you guys remember of part 5? If you can remember anything particular, any scenes that stood out to you, even in the chat?
Like I said, man, I was watching that and I fell asleep, and it was mostly because I was dead tired and watching a movie too late, but I don't even really remember what I watched, to be honest with you.
Wes, do you remember anything from part 5?
I'm looking at the special features right now for on the Blu-ray set for part 5, and it looks pretty interesting though. Got 5 featurettes.
Yeah. I think it's very. I feel like it's underrated in the franchise now. I feel like, me being one of the people that never appreciated it as much as it is, I think when I rewatch it, I think I'm gonna like more than I did before. I mean, I think the motorcycle scene really pissed me off. I think that really, when Dan is on the motorcycle, I think when he becomes like, it was like Ghost Rider on a motorcycle, like that scene pissed me off. Here's what's crazy is a lot of people liked that scene. I just thought it was too CGI'd.
So did I.
You know? Now, this could be something else. There could be a little bit of back history of the reason why I don't like that scene. Maybe because it terrified me a little bit. Maybe it scared me. I'm not going to lie about it. Freddy used to creep me out. Maybe I'm just scared to watch it. Maybe I don't want nightmares,
I thought it was very interesting
Sorry about that.
She was able to see Freddy when she was still awake through the baby sleeping. That was it. I liked that part.
That was interesting.
Yes.
Now, Steven from the House of Horrors, this coming Saturday, I don't think he's on, but he's actually having the guy that played the Super Freddy in part 5 on his show. I can't think of the guy's name now. I'm trying to memorize it. But, whenever the comic book kid, he goes to fight Freddy, and Freddy turns into the Super Freddy. That guy's going to be on the House of Horrors this weekend.
That's cool.
Yeah. There you go, Steven. If you're watching, a harmless plug. You can pay me later, buddy. Send a check to Hobbs Horror.
You can pick up one of those cool Hobbs t-shirts. You can wear it on the House of Horrors.
That's right. That's right. Or an InterwebKaiju mug. Now, Kelly Jo Minter is in this one. She plays Yvonne. And she's the swimmer, you know. She's the one that swims, and she thinks Alice is full of shit. Freddy doesn't exist.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Greta. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I remember at one point, like watching that, she's like, "I don't believe in you," and he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to deal with me no matter what," basically.
Well, that was part 4 in the cockroach scene where.
Was that? Damn, I'm getting my shit all fucked up now.
That's okay. It's okay. It's hard to memorize all these, you know.
Yeah, damn, dude, you are right about that. Now I remember that her arms get all bent backwards and shit. She turns into a cockroach.
What's oddly enough is that all those special effects she did all on her own. Like she didn't have a stand-in.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Dude, those cockroach arms must have been heavy as fuck, bro.
So I believe we have a sub in here. I think Mr. Bones went to the chat. And I think we're having Kal-El in here.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kal-El.
Faster than a bastard maniac. More stronger than a local madman. Hobbs, what's the other part? It's who? You don't know the line?
Hey, bro, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. Long day.
What's up, guy?
But yeah, you know, he play on Superman, faster than faster than a bastard maniac, more stronger than a local madman.
I'm so glad that Kal-El came in for this because Kal-El can tell us about part 5 because none of us have seen it. I'm just kidding. So what are your memories of part 5, buddy?
Well, firstly, I'm twisted because I swear I remember that girl when she goes for a swim, right, and she drops into the dream. I could have swore she said that too, like the weightlifting girl. I could have swore she said, "I don't believe in you," and Freddy said something similar.
She said, "I don't believe in you, motherfucker." That's what she said.
She still got all that attitude. Yeah, I remember her from House Party. Yeah, she still got all that attitude. Yeah.
Exactly. Now she had a little part in Lost Boys too. Nobody knows this.
Lost Boys.
Summer School too.
You never seen Lost Boys, Cal?
I know. I get a lot of shit for that. Yeah.
We're having a watch party next week, bro.
Hey, bottom line is you can't see them all, man.
That's true. It's true.
Sorry, John.
I mean, none of us have seen any of the Elmstreet films in the panel but Cal. So, you know, it's...
Yeah, clearly. I know nobody's seen the remake. No one.
We'll get to that. Well, because that's a hot take here in a moment.
There's a remake?
I don't know.
Nah, I'm just messing.
Yeah.
I've seen the remake of what?
See, she won't even claim the shit.
Yeah. It's the unspoken truth.
I have seen all the remakes.
It's someone's favorite. I don't remember who, but someone loves that movie.
Yo,
I can tell you who's thought of it. It's definitely not Sean Blu Digital.
That's not a real. You're telling tall tales, Casey. Nobody's favorite.
No, I think it's someone's.
It's somebody in the world.
Next time I hear it, I'll make sure to write it down for a quick reference.
Somebody will go to war over that movie. So
you're going to persecute this person. Everybody's going to be asking, "Do anybody know who this is?" This person's going to get scared to death.
Ben Grimm says, "I have the Dreamchild VHS Laserdisc. Only way to watch the uncensored version of the movie."
Yes. Remember I was telling you about that, Hobbs, a long time ago? It's uncut. Same with Scream, the first Scream. Those two movies are uncut on VHS and Laserdisc. They're edited on Blu-ray and DVD.
So here's a true story. I don't hate the remake. I don't, but we got to get to that in a little bit. So,
All right.
Cal, what can you tell us about Part 5, bro?
What do you need to know about Power 5? I like them all. They're special they're all special in their own little ways, and I draw different things from them. I think they're creative no matter how you look at them. Of course, some are better than others, but I like 5. I always equate it back to 3. It feels like it was trying to get to that tone, like just how it looks. It tried to be like 3. And clearly it's not as good as 3, but I like what they were trying to get back to. I like the practical effects, what they were going to. I love Alice. I think Alice is very
Thank you,
underrated,
Michelle.
Final girl. And yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, child actors, nothing bad about the kids, but it's very seldom we find child actors that we rave about. So Jacob, he was fine, but somebody said something in the lab yesterday, and they were having a Freddy chat, and they said no Freddy movie has a good ending. That really pissed me off, but because I disagree. But I mean, I wonder what you guys thought.
I think the first 3 have decent, or fairly good endings overall.
Yeah,
Nothing to
good
complain
endings.
I'm okay with it. I mean, I know with the ending of this one, right? She puts him in her stomach. They bring back Amanda Kruger, so. I mean, I guess you could go with better endings, but it was okay because the backstory to this Freddy, which was so deep, just like Part 2 had different tones, if you know what I mean. They wove those in there, but the same with this one, they was weaving in teen pregnancy and the taboo-ness of it and a lot of stuff. And I thought it was clever. I mean, think about it: Freddy giving her dreams to her child. That's kind of clever. I thought it was okay.
It's definitely it's a good way to go in a different direction to keep people interested, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have too much to say. If I can nitpick these movies, but Hobbs, he's my number 2, but I still think he has the best series by far out of everybody.
Like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the Part 2 ending that much, but I just like the fact that it goes back to the beginning again when he's driving the bus or whatever. But obviously, he's not really driving the bus. But
that's scary as hell. I'm telling you, man. As a kid, when the bus driver took a different turn that I didn't know, that's the first thing that popped in my mind. Because we lived where I lived, the roads looked like their roads. So it was that was kind of scary.
Yeah, you were able to relate.
Sorry, Wes, for giving you crap chat.
No.
But, when I say your name, I think Wes Craven.
That's what we thought all week too. All week we thought we were actually having Wes Craven come back and come on the because Jim Wes Craven wants to be on the chat and our personal chat, and I'm the Iamtheicelord.
Yeah, other than sharing the name, we don't know all that much about the nightmares, but I've seen them all. It's been better than a decade in some cases, man.
I haven't watched. I think 5 is actually, that's why it's probably fresh in my mind. It's one of the last ones I watched, and that probably was 2009. So I haven't visited these. I guess the remake when I went to the theaters to see it. I think that is the last one I truly saw. And I caught bits and pieces of 2 online. It's always on YouTube. So I catch bits and pieces of it. But now I haven't watched these movies in a long time. But when you watch them a million times as a kid, it's kind of fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
Thing is, you got to point out a couple. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Wes.
No. We didn't have them as I was growing up. I just saw them in the theaters and kind of lapsed from there on.
Well, that's just beautiful recently. Too. I've seen the worst one in the theaters, the remake. I've never seen anything in the theater.
Well, I imagine the remake is probably even good in the theaters, but I saw the freshest in my mind are Freddy versus Jason and Freddy's Dead for whatever reason, and they're some of the most hated ones.
Oh, I guess that is a Freddy movie. So I watched that last summer about 3 times. I don't know why I started really loving that movie, because when it came out, I was a little underwhelmed. Other than the fight scene, I was a little underwhelmed, but now I really dig it.
Yeah.
So I can already tell you, I have part 5 playing right now in the background. It's fucking creepy already. It's already terrifying me. The first
That
5
intro
minutes of
music?
it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't play music because I'll get a strike again. But I'm watching it on silent, and all the maniacs are there. Like Bob Shea is one of them. Robert Englund's one of the maniacs. Damn, my opinions are probably going to change after I watch this. It is creepy already. But anyways, not to get sidestepped a little bit, but the biggest thing we've got to establish at the end of this night is who was the best final girl out of all the Freddys as well. Hold your thoughts till the end.
Impossible. Okay.
Got to. And would you guys consider Amanda Kruger a final girl? How about them apples? Huh?
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. I guess so, right?
Yeah, that's one for the Hobbs right there. That's right.
Well, here's the one. Okay. How about a final boy? Jacob. Now, I'm sure he's not on high on anybody's list, but I don't think nobody thinks of him as a final boy.
Hey, how about a final girl being Jesse in part 2? He even calls himself a final boy.
He's a final boy for me. But yeah, that's fine.
Look at this Freddy coming for all y'all right now. He's right there. He's watching us. See? He's watching us. I'm coming for you.
Oh, okay, Butter Knives.
You want to have a stare down, Freddy?
Coming for Tochi.
I gave the Midnight Hour all Folgers in Maxwell House, so they're good. They're good.
5 is the one with the time bubble where it keeps repeating. Yes. No, I think that's part 4.
Yeah, you talking about when she runs around and he just keeps repeating her and Dan or something?
I'll drive. And she's like, I'll drive.
Yeah. That was quite annoying.
What were you saying,
Huh?
Sean.
Sean, were you saying something?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Wes, was somebody saying something? Casey?
No, sir.
No, I don't know.
That's Kruger, dude. He's in your ear.
He still is, man. Like, I've legit had nightmares about Kruger. He gets to me.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
About how scary some of the death scenes are. Sorry, Russ. Go ahead.
It's all right.
I'll be right back.
Hail to the Pumpkin King, baby. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hail.
I saw Jennifer pull some of that merchandise out in her video. She just had the biggest smile. I liked it.
And she said, "You know what? I got a couple sizes bigger in case it shrinks."
Yep.
That's the way to go.
Got a hand
And then she goes, "I want to make sure it covers up everything, and I can wear it with just nothing else but just a shirt."
Well, you know what? Get it real big so you can put a hoodie on under it. How about that? You could just show it all year round.
True story. The Super Slash Brothers sent me a shirt one time, and I told them to guess my size. And dude, the one that they sent me, I could have used it for a fucking hot air balloon. I'm telling you, it was like a 25X. I could have used it for a picnic table.
Well, they were thinking the same thing. It would shrink and eventually fit you.
Ben Grimm is saying that the edited version of the motorcycle scene in part 5 is better off than the one that I'm probably thinking is the CGI'd version.
Well, Hobbs, let me tell you this. Not to get into detail, but people are so uptight about like the horror villains. I never forget. I said something as simple as I like the death scene that Dan had in part 5. Somebody stop talking to me. So like people really take these movies serious, a little too serious, but I just always noticed that like Freddy always seems to get like Freddy, Jason, those seems to get people in trouble talking about it. It's nice to talk about it with you guys because you're a friendly Brady bunch, but the rest, it's a little tough.
Well, if someone gets mad at me about me not liking a scene from a movie, then my apologies. But I don't not like the scene. It's just not as good as I think it could have been. But apparently, if I see the edited version, I'm gonna like it. So maybe that's what it is, or the non-edited version, the original version.
Maybe not. It adds to it though. It's a little more gory and grim, but it's not as. It's not going to blow you away, but it's different. It adds enough to make you say, "Huh."
But I gotta say, I may not be.
Go ahead, Wes.
I gotta say, I may not be a Freddy super fan, like memorized all the movies, but the first few definitely left an impression on me. I can remember those pretty well, but the latter few, with the exception of the most recent and the New Nightmare, or they're all, it's kind of a blur, but I'm trying my damnedest, man. I'm an expert on the first one and the third one, probably. But
it's okay. I mean, the thing is, yeah.
Everybody has their favorite.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you probably didn't abuse them like me and Hobbs did. Probably we probably abused our tapes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If I got a copy, I probably would have just rebutted it and watched it. Abused it, so to speak.
It's true. I had all the tapes. I'd watch them all the time. I probably overwatched them.
I would actually like to take this tape again.
If they're in good condition, it's probably hard to find.
Especially part 5.
Jim?
I watch the whole series once a year.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So you should go up on it then. That is pretty awesome.
It is. That's hard for me because I try to watch Home Alone every year and I never could do it. So a series, that's
I watch Home Alone 1 and 2 every year. My thing is, like, I'll normally just put on the first movie for Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I'll just keep going through the series, like, every couple of years.
So, I'm just a big fan of all of them, man. So it's hard to keep up with the entire series of all, like, Halloween, Friday the 13th, all that shit. And
well, before you get the conversation going, Hobbs, I just want to know real quick, what do you find Freddy the scariest? Like, I think he has a lot of scary moments. When you really break them down, they're very scary, but I think his scariest is New Nightmare, if I'm being honest.
I'd say 1, just because it's very bizarre. Like, the whole dream thing is really embraced in 1. Like, not necessarily, like, frightening scary, but, like, disturbingly odd, you know?
Yeah, he seemed his creepiest in the first one. I mean, he didn't talk much, but what he was saying was freaky. He did a lot of stalking.
Yeah. And when you say disturbingly odd, Casey, are you talking about something specific that caught your mind in part 1?
It's just like the dream scenes. They really embrace the dream aspect. Like you're seeing things, and like they were made in real life. The effects were made, so like you can see it's real, but it's things that would never happen in real life. You know, like he's got his arms across the fucking alleyway and stuff. You know, like that's not really scary, but it's like weird. You know.
But imagine watching that when you're like 7 years old, dude. I agree with you. That just absolutely made me lose it. It is terrifying.
It's funny. People credit that as like their most, like the first time they seen that, it bugged them out. That really didn't do it. Now, when he when that nightgown opened up and that blood came through and she went to the wall, now that was scary. But the alleyway never got to me. I always thought the arms was kind of goofy to me.
But I mean, the arms are, in a way, they can be goofy, but it's like, good luck getting by me. Like, it's really hard to, like, it just really looks like you can't get past those arms.
Is it me or he looked at real silly though when she turns back? She starts running and he turns back and it looks like he's like a hobbit all of a sudden when he's like dipped low to the ground and he's shaking. That always took me out of it. Like, yeah, that looks comical.
Look at this comment by look at this comment by
It looks
Ken.
like they reshot the scene with somebody else just for that one spot.
Seeing the first one on opening weekend in the theater was crazy. No one walked out of the theater at all. The same. I can't even imagine seeing it in the theater, like when it first came out. I seen it in the theater later on in life, but.
Did you ever hear what people say about Freddy Krueger, the first one? They say that it is the gift and the curse of the horror franchise. They say it scared people, but he is also the last person to really scare audiences the way he did. Like after he went comedic, like they say horror really never was the same. Nothing was as scary as Freddy when he first came, and that's it. Like, you know, you have The Exorcist and all these other movies. They say Freddy is the last true scary thing.
It changed horror, in my opinion. It gave lifeblood to horror again. Not that the '80s slashers were bad, but it completely changed, in my opinion, horror.
It kind of did what Scream did in a way, and I think that's both good and bad because it set a bar. And if you're not doing something think how creative Freddy was at the time. So if you're not really doing something like that, how can you make something as interesting? I mean, has there really been pound for pound just the idea of Freddy and what he is? Has there really been anything as interesting as him yet?
And here's the thing: I feel like Scream gave lifeblood in the late '90s to horror as well. That's why Wes Craven is a badass.
He's the best, I think.
I would agree.
Yeah, he's awesome. I was hearing somebody talking about how it left an indelible impression on them, and they weren't even talking about the old '90s it. They were talking about the Bill Skarsgård's it, and it was like it left an impression on 3 generations. I was like, what? Well, I guess it's true. Everyone has their own, generational fiend, I guess.
Yeah,
Freddy Krueger was ours.
I think Scream is what Halloween is to a lot of older generations. I think Scream changed the genre to the point. Nothing has been the same since Scream, for better or worse. Nothing has. Because like Scream did what I just said about what Freddy did. Like now there's a bar for Scream, and Scream made everything comical. You never looked at horror movies the same after them either. So it's like they helped it. They set a bar, but also too nobody really took nothing serious after Scream.
I mean, there was still there's a lot of whodunit, lighthearted ones, but there's still some straight slashers coming out, that weren't very.
Oh yeah, they're coming. But do they have that force behind them? Like all right, like Scream. Do they have?
Yeah,
that's it.
They had the Scream run, and then a decade later they had the whole Saw thing going on.
Mm-hmm. But one thing about Scream is you can mimic Scream. You can't really mimic Freddy Krueger without it being Freddy Krueger.
True.
Got a point.
Yeah. He invaded my dreams the first night I saw the movie, and it really left a mark on me. I've been having nightmares about the guy ever since then, periodically over my life. Can't escape him.
Welcome, EA Horror. Welcome to the stream, EA Horror. Everybody connect with everybody in the panel and on the chat.
Welcome.
All the panels are in all the chats. Everybody connect. Ben Graham again, welcome. Bringens from a lot of good comments out there. Check out Hellstriker as well. Come out. The right place, right time. That's true. It's very true. Here's one of the things that pissed me off about part 5. So the scene where they're in the church, right? The explosion happens, and he's coming up, and he's flying in the air. His feet, dude. His feet. He normally wears boots. His feet looks like he's an alien, bro. You know does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Does he have boots?
No, his bare feet are showing up in the air right now. And it looks like his feet are 20 feet long, and it looks like an alien. And if it just looks poorly done. But again, that's just a minor thing.
So you're saying he looks like a dog wearing shoes?
I'm gonna take a picture of my.
Please.
Actually, I don't know if I can share it. Actually, I don't think I can, but it's odd. It really is odd. It kind of looks like a prop you would get from Spirit Halloween, you know. And they just threw
It
it
could have been.
They threw it in there
Never
through a
noticed
window
the
and
feet.
called it Freddy Krueger.
Oh man, I
I
bet
have a hard
the
time
It looks like
remembering
a
that.
scarecrow now that I
upset
think
about
about
this.
it. Hey Jamie, welcome.
So ever since we've been
Hello.
talking about this, I just had to Google Freddy Krueger feet, and it's like all these like stupid fucking like Freddy Krueger sneakers showing up though. So
I wouldn't mind
I
picking
was
them.
like, oh, I'm gonna Google that Freddy Krueger feet. See what
I'm gonna
shows up.
I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to someone to upload. Well, I don't think we can upload it, but dude, it's the scene where he comes to the church through the window, the pew, and like I'm looking at it right now. It's so bad looking. It looks like a curled up scarecrow. It's like,
Dude, the attention to detail, Hobbs, like I've never heard that in my life. His feet.
dude, I'm looking. I have it right now. His fingers are curled.
Yeah, he's
There
got
is
long
no
arms
neck.
in that too, right? Like his arms
Yeah.
are weird. Yeah, I remember the arms. I don't remember the
I wonder if
feet.
that scene is on YouTube. You think that scene is?
Let me
Is
see if
that
I
when
can.
he's, is that when he's like being reborn or whatever?
Yeah. So I understand him being barefoot, him being reborn, but he said his feet is large, like huge.
He looks like you know what it looks like. You know how they have like the snowshoes you can wear that like have they
Yeah.
cover all your fucking toes. That's what it looks like he's
Yeah.
wearing, like snowshoes.
Could be. Could have been cold in there.
How you
I
guys
hope
feel
it's
about
not
the
cold
tone
in
of
the
the movie?
I hope it's not cold in hell, right?
Yeah.
You imagine
Exactly.
Freddy wearing Crocs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he invented the Crocs.
Dude, today's era, they'll screw Freddy over and put him in some Crocs. Definitely.
Somebody's gonna pull a picture up of this. We have to see this. I'm gonna put the picture in the Midnight Hour chat. Carry on for a moment.
Just make that the
So what do you
thumbnail.
What do you guys think about the tone of the movie, though, overall? Just like how it looks. Do you feel they tried to capture that part 3, part 1 kind of look?
In a way, they were kind of going for like a real gothic look. It seemed with all the nun imagery and all the flashbacks to the mom and
Yeah, and all the set pieces are just like totally like contaminated and disgusting looking. Like it's like no matter what no matter where you walk, like you're getting shit on you. So.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, when I rewatched all of the Freddy Nightmare episodes, and there's some episodes with Freddy in there, and so Freddy's Nightmares, a lot of them episodes were shot in '88, and so I noticed that there's stuff in those episodes that they repurposed and used for like later movies, like the scene where Greta dies and how her refrigerator looks all nasty and stuff, or Alice, she opens her refrigerator and it's all nasty and you know, with Greta being in the fridge, like that's all an episode on Freddy's Nightmares. I never knew that until a few months ago, because I'm like, oh wow, they took a few things from that show and repurposed them for the movies.
Well,
Interesting.
Man, they're making good money off those movies, so.
Yeah, so I'm surprised they haven't released a big set like they're doing for Halloween.
Something's gotta come soon, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Window, man.
Yeah, that one looks like a hand.
Definitely scarecrow mode.
No, it looks like somebody drew that.
I just recorded that off of my television.
Wow. It's like a detached hand. Like it's partially detached.
It looks like Freddy meets Twister. So he's getting sucked up in a tornado right now.
Look at the bottom left foot. It looks like a rake.
Oh,
Yeah. What the fuck?
it looks like he's got dinosaur feet, like reptilian feet.
Yeah.
Somebody fucked up there, man.
He looks like a velociraptor. No, I'm just kidding.
But how long was the scene, Hobbs? Hobbs, you wasn't supposed to catch this.
I caught that a long time ago, and I remembered it. I was like, I hope I don't see that scene again. And
that's because it's indented in your mind. Nobody has saw that. I bet you nobody here have saw that before.
No, because I don't know why. But Michelle, thank you so much. Jamie Hart, welcome.
You got all the beautiful takes tonight. First the feet, and then the sexualized in part 4. Your takes is off the hook, man.
That's why I'm Hobbs Horror.
The pumpkin.
Pumpkins, folks. But yeah, any other takeaways from part 5 besides the feet?
I mean, I don't think nobody remembers part 5. I think Super Freddy is very memorable.
That's the one with like the Freddy's sperms that are flying around, right?
Yeah.
Or is that?
Oh my god!
I think that's Freddy's dead.
That's Freddy's dead.
Okay. All right. We'll get
is that Edward Scissorhands, or which one are we talking?
You know what, Casey? Maybe it was supposed to be for part 5 because it seems like it fits more in this movie than it would in Freddy's Dead.
Wow! Look at that shirt. Wow.
Boglins.
Welcome, Fairy Dust. Wild Winds, Renee. We're talking Freddy Krueger tonight.
Do you think at this point there is too many ways that they keep like defeating Freddy and new and like different kind of silly ways?
See, there it is again. So
all right, I just seen him grab her ass. I told you. He literally just put his hand right over her ass and was rubbing it. I knew there was some weird stuff between Alice and Freddy.
With the knife hand?
With the hand that looks like a scarecrow.
The monkey paw hand?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, he's trying to do a reach around on Alice. He's trying to goose
a thing
Alice
for the horrors of that house. You know, you remember what he said. You know, he's got a thing for his final girls. He pushes up on them.
Dude, he is straight grabbing that ass.
Dude, after the bathtub scene in the first one, I mean, I haven't put nothing past Freddy.
Yeah. Maybe he likes a little foreplay before his kills or something. Final kill.
A little messy.
With the French tickler?
Is that what you call it? The glove?
Yeah, he's trying to goose her.
Yeah.
The Springwood gooser.
That poor franchise.
That's cool, Jim. Everybody connect with Now It's Dark, EA Horror. Everybody connect with each other.
Sean be being nice when I'm up here because he knows I like Freddy, so he doesn't really tell me how he really feels. He doesn't like some of these movies. You could tell.
I'm really, honestly, I really only like the first 3 films. After that, it's
you like the second one?
Yeah, I do like the second one.
I'm surprised.
I like it a lot too.
I think it aged, but it's
I would say my favorite's it's got to be the original, but I mean, if I were to rank them, it probably would be in order, like 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, I'm not very. I mean, I went back recently and watched part 4, and it's growing on me. So yeah, I would say I'm pretty much a fan of part 4 now because I've seen it again. But the franchise just is what it is. It's not for everyone, and I mean, my favorite slasher franchise is Friday the 13th. So. But I mean, I don't know. I don't hate I don't hate a Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. It's just that a lot of it just doesn't work for me.
I guess Robert Englund is charging $140 now for the autograph.
I feel the same way about Halloween too, though, man.
We should ask Wes about some questions about his experience at Flashback this weekend. You got to meet Heather Langenkamp?
Yeah, she was a nice lady. I was shaking like a leaf coming up to her, though, man. I couldn't play it cool. It
Did
was
you tell
like
her that
being
you're on the midnight
starstruck.
hour this weekend to come join us?
I did, but she said, "What's that, man?" And I said, "Well, check it out." And I tried to show her, and she was like, "I've got to go do a photo op." And I didn't have the balls to say anything other than, "Oh my God, this is the closest I've ever stood to a movie star." Like a freaking idiot. I totally
Dude, you
geeked
was
out
supposed
on
to
her.
slide up to her. You're supposed to slide
Yeah,
up
I
to her
know.
and rub and slide between her. What's that gray streak? You're supposed to hit the gray streak and say, and then you say something nice.
She didn't have her
So,
gray streak in. I felt a little out of.
nah.
Well, you gotta. The context of it is, I was coming up right after two young ladies had been talking with her, and she really seemed like she was having a good conversation with them. So I think that she didn't really want to talk to me, and it was like I was the last one before she had to go do a photo op, and so the energy wasn't there. And I was shaking like a leaf, literally visibly shaking. I don't know why, but
It's
it
man.
freaked me out.
So
I know.
when I met her, she was right next to Amanda Weiss, and you had to get a special ticket to go meet both of them. And when you would go
Okay.
in, they were in a room by themselves. This was like many, many eons ago. I was just a young Jedi. I walk into the room and it's me, and you walk up to him and it's me and Nancy and Tina. Dude, I was out of my mind. I was shaking too, Wes. I completely understand.
It freaks you out. I mean, it was only the one, but it was like it was surreal. I couldn't believe that I was, approaching this woman, and I'd known her throughout my childhood and teenage years as Nancy, and it was so strange to see her in real life. And I couldn't even get close to Freddy Krueger, man. Like it was sold out in no time, and I don't think there were any photo ops left. But I was bound and determined to see Nancy despite my fear.
Can you
I
guys
hear
hear
that.
Wes?
Wes is coming in a little choppy, but
Wes, try to mute your mic and then unmute it. That might help.
Okay.
what's up, everybody? If you're here, if you're here for the community blood drive, Al Lucard is here, the vampire bat.
Oh, you don't want none of my blood, man.
Lucard? Okay, cool. My pal Al.
EA Horror, it was terrified of Freddy apparently growing up, just like the rest of us.
I think Nancy don't get the respect she deserves, dude. I mean, you hear all this Lori, and you hear all this Sydney, but I swear Nancy gets lost. I don't know what's wrong.
You know why? Because she only made it through two movies, and people feel like to be a final girl, she should have been like through 3 or 4. That's what I've been told. I'm not exaggerating.
She's in the 3 best ones, though. Well, Langenkamp is in the 3 best ones.
Yeah. And then
I like 2 also.
I mean, I don't know. I think Alice is tough too, but still, I mean, she did 3. 3 was ahead of its time. It was meta before Scream, so
yeah.
I don't know, man.
They probably should have brought her back for part 2, but I understand that it probably just didn't work out production-wise.
Kind of better that she didn't, because now like 2 is just kind of like its own thing, kind of like away from the rest of the series.
Yeah, its own animal. I did like seeing her back in 3.
Same. I was very, very happy to see her back.
Her career reminds me of Nev Campbell's, though, because remember, she really was worried about being typecast, kind of like Nev Campbell, and she kind of didn't want to play it for a while. You know, like he had to do a lot to get her back for New Nightmare, and kind of like Nev Campbell, they had to do a lot to get her back for other screams. They're very similar to me.
What's up, Basic Autumn Wing Queen? Welcome. What's up, Cody Ray? Everybody connect with each other in the streams. Everybody, let's get in sync and hit the link. Show love, give a connection.
Hit that like button.
Comment, like, subscribe. Check out Jennifer Tochi and her shirt.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Pumpkin King
Boggling.
Boggling. So, anybody have any other thoughts on 5? Because we got to move on to 2 more, maybe even 4 more tonight in the next hour, half hour to an hour. Anybody have anything else to say about 5 other than the scarecrow feet?
Wasn't that the little boy from Kindergarten Cop?
Is it?
I think it might have been.
Not the penis vagina boy. It's not him.
It wasn't? Okay.
Who's your dad doing? What does he do?
He's in New Nightmare. That little boy.
Oh, okay. That's it then.
That's Gage.
Okay.
All right. So carrying on to part 6. Now, I love part 6. What are your guys' thoughts in the chat and in the panel on part 6?
Be kind.
I'm not a fan.
Ugh.
Yeah, this and the remake are the only ones I don't really like.
It was a little.
Oh my god! Hurt. I'm hurt.
But you played Nintendo, right?
Yeah. I mean, that seems alright, but the whole movie.
He didn't have a power glove.
Not my
That's why.
type of thing.
Nobody. That's a popular opinion. I'm sorry. This hurts my feelings because when I give my take on it, you'll understand why. But go ahead.
I do like part 6. I think it's very interesting.
I only remember that it was in 3D in the theaters.
I just remember there's like a crazy podhead scene, and like Freddy comes out of the TV or something.
And Iron Butterfly is playing.
And
that's all I can remember.
Though, baby.
Yeah.
You don't remember Freddy as a witch? I'll get you my pretty. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
No, I remember that.
I was talking about Sean. Sean just remembered the TV part.
I don't remember shit.
Oh yeah, he does a little that Wizard of Oz parody near the start.
Yeah.
Your little dog too, Alice.
Roseanne, you see what you done did? Y'all don't like that. Freddy killed all the children, guys. He accomplished his goal.
Yeah,
he realized he
the
messed
whole
up.
Town. He wiped out the town, but he still has powers. And then now the next movies don't make any sense. The town was dead, but then now the kids of the town are in the next movie. I don't know, man.
What do you mean? What do you mean the next movie?
This is not my tattoo, by the way.
No, wait a minute. I want to get what you're saying. What do you mean they're in the next movie?
The next movie. Oh, not the next movie, because the next movie is New Nightmare. But in Freddy vs. Jason, they're like, we're the kids from Elmstreet, even though we see in this one that everyone's dead. You know.
Well, let me fix this for you, Casey.
New Nightmare is in its own thing because it's.
There is a timeline in Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason is between Freddy's Dead. If you really watch it close, I forgot.
It's before
how you can look this up on
chronologically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
But dude, he conquered his goal. He killed all the, and this is where you know Freddy's bigger than just Springwood, because he told you every town needs an Elmstreet. So this is when he showed he could travel. My only downfall was I always believed that kid was Jacob, that he was using to get to another town. But from what people say, it's not Jacob, because did they ever really say his true name in the movie? The kid that he's chasing in the beginning.
That's a good question.
I don't think they did. Because he had amnesia. He didn't know his name. So I always just put it in my mind he was Jacob. And he, and he has to keep him alive to get to the next town, to his daughter. I love Freddy's Dead, guys.
Just early thoughts on part 5. My thoughts have not changed. Sorry. I might like it worse now.
All right, Hobbs.
Anyway, I'm going back to parts. I'm sorry. I just seen the motorcycle scene again.
I didn't make the movie, Hobbs. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. No, I'm disappointed.
I mean, the skull inside the motorcycle looks like one of the trees from Wizard of Oz saying, "Would you like my apples?" I just can't get into it. I'm sorry. Anyways, back to part 6.
All right, Casey, go ahead. Kill my part 6. Where's Casey? Oh, he's gone.
Did we lose Casey?
He dropped off. Maybe he's on his way back in.
He went to check the timeline out, Hobbs. Casey, come back, please. Okay, I'll just let the cat out the bag. I hope you guys don't look at me different after this. I really hope, and I hope you don't try to question my horror card. Freddy's Dead is my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street. Nostalgic reasons, whatever you want to call it, and I own up to it. It has so many good lines in it. I don't know. I love Freddy's Dead. It being on all the time in the summer when we were kids, always coming on USA. It's just watching it with parents. It's just, I love Freddy's Dead. Cleaning out his ears, the Nintendo stuff. I love it.
Maybe the reason why I'm not a big fan of it is because I've never seen it in 3D. You think that's the problem? No?
You make it feel bad. No.
I mean,
I've never seen it in 3D either.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty cool. Although they were kind of reaching with some of the effects, but
that's how all that era of 3D was.
Happy Father's Day. What's with kids today, huh? No respect. That's how I feel on the panel right now. No respect for Freddy's Dead. Okay. It's real quiet. That's how I know you guys don't like it. Quiet.
Hey, at least you're not afraid to speak your mind about it, but
it's okay. I just had fun with it.
I don't even know if I could put that in the player and even watch it.
See, now that's bad, Sean. It was definitely
Jamie said, "All right, who put the funny mushrooms in my pizza?" Mr. Bones, Duck Boy from Full House. I really like. That's true. He was Duck Boy from Full House. Jim says he really liked Freddy versus Jason. EA Horror says, "A Nightmare on Elm Street really didn't age well, but it left a mark on us as kids. I was traumatized when he stuck that stick in the person's ear. That would be Carlos."
Yeah, Carlos. Mama said, "Clean out your ears." Yeah.
Ben Grimm has strongly watched part 6 a lot this year. Strangely watched part 6. A bunch of people were talking about it earlier this year randomly. I like part 6. I like it a lot. But it's definitely much farther than 5 today after watching 5 again for about 10 minutes.
All I know is part 6 is my favorite, and like when it comes to the rest of them, I love them all for different reasons. I don't even know if I can rank this franchise anymore. I don't know if I can do it because I can still be objective and say, "Oh, part 1, part 3 are the better made movies." If you want to just go off of that, but like far as for me, I don't know where I could rank these anymore.
Here's the cool part about this: you can change that and update it. Some people do rankings and change it later on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm not being funny. Like people can do that, because obviously people's taste changes over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more indecisive now because they've been with me too long. So I appreciate them. Like when people say, "Oh, that sucks," I kind of find the goodness in something that's like, now if this was something newer, like maybe from the 90s, Scream, I guess Freddy's Dead is from the 90s, but if it was newer, I probably can be more harsh on it. But a lot of it, the Jason, the Freddy, I'm still hard on Halloween, but the Freddys and the Jasons, I really can't. I don't know. I just have a lot of appreciation for them. Like 2, I hated 2 growing up. But now, I have nothing but great things to say about 2. I think it aged really well.
Every time I rewatch 2, I like it a little more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same here.
Echo's here. He wants to let you guys know that he's awake and he is dressed.
All right. Well, Freddy can't get you unless you're asleep and or naked. So you're good.
That's a bad picture.
That is not a pterodactyl. That is Freddy Krueger from Part 5, folks.
Welcome to the Midnight Hour. We are bringing you Freddy's feet. All you could want to know about Freddy Krueger's feet.
Echo, this is all for you.
Yeah, Echo, look at those toes.
Pedicure. He had a vestigial weird flipper.
Echo, Echo, Echo. Hey, Echo, look at my feet. Hey, Echo, you want to suck my feet?
No. Say no.
His feet are incredibly close together.
So, I know people think some of the kills in Part 6 is cheesy. They are, but there's something about Part 6 that draws me in. Yaphet Kotto is in there as well, and I liked him as the psychiatrist, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know this, that Billy Zane's sister is in that movie too. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Ooh.
Is that the daughter?
It is.
She looks like him. When you said that, I was like, oh.
Freddy's dead. And that's how she says it. She's like, Freddy's dead.
It was for the song. I mean, but she also said Happy Father's Day. I like that. Kids.
Yeah. Father's Day, Daddy.
It's a lot of fun. Like, yeah, I won't tell, but you did tell.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in there too, which made it a little awkward. It's true.
Yeah, true. But it was technically supposed to be about him killing her mother. So, you know what I mean? It's all right. If that makes it any better, it's all right.
I didn't like when they killed the hamster. Come on, man. Hamster love.
Yeah, I love it though because of the song after Son of the 100 Maniac. That song
echoes down with the toes, and EA Horror responds with kinky. LOL.
Wow.
A lot of people feel the same way, Ben. Part 2 grows on people. It really has.
Yeah, that scream will never grow on me. That Casey, I'm not Casey. I'm sorry. What's his name? What is the guy's name in 2? Echo. His name. That scream Echo does in the second one is just never grows on me. But everything else about the movie grows on me.
Yeah, Billy Zane's sister. She's definitely
Jesse. That's it.
Yeah. You guys didn't like the opening sequence where he's rolling down the hill and he keeps rolling and rolling down the hill and just keeps falling down the hill? And that shit would have had to hurt after a while.
Yeah. Broken bones all over.
The return of Deja Vu. Remember the Deja Vu scene, Hobbs? Where he kept being on the bed?
Oh, yeah. Other notable parts in Part 6, of course, Anna-Gata DeVito. I did not like the Carlos kill. I really thought it was too comical. But some people are afraid of taking knives to a chalkboard. That's legit.
Yeah.
You know?
The whole distortion of his hearing was kind of an interesting aspect, I thought.
Sean Blue is just now learning that Billy Zane was a human being. They were just kidding. It wasn't him.
Yo, he's so underrated in Demon Knight.
That's what I said. He's the collector.
Dude, I agree with you.
Underrated in that movie.
I don't know why anybody shits on that movie. I really don't. That movie is awesome, dude. People are like, "Oh, it's not." What's that?
Do you want me to kill him? You want me to kill him, Hobbs? Show me anybody who has a problem with that movie. Show me.
I mean, I can hearing people's arguments say out about like, you know, like how it rips off From Dusk Till Dawn. They both have like that similar kind of script there, and there was some kind of issues between the both of the films when they were being made, but I think looking at each film individually, like they're both great, but a lot of people just like to pick one and then shit on the other. It's either From Dusk Till Dawn or Demon Knight.
I've never heard that. That's interesting.
I've never heard of that either, but that's interesting.
I forget the exact backstory on it, but apparently like Quentin Tarantino and like Robert Rodriguez were like, they got into some kind of like lawsuit where they were like, well, we're using like the same script here, so we got to like switch things up, and they managed to like switch things up apparently, and they went their separate ways and made their own films. I think one of them was a Dimension film. I think that might have been From Dusk Till Dawn was Dimension.
Yep.
I have to give a shout out to the Full Tilt Boogie on From Dusk Till Dawn. Hell of a good extra feature, the Full Tilt Boogie.
You do know, Sean, like they changed the Demon Knight script up a lot because they didn't think audiences were going to accept it. Like Jada Pinkett was supposed to be Breaker, and they didn't think that was going to be, you know, people were going to go for that.
Yeah,
Dude,
and
she was so
also
good
not supposed to shave her head either, and she went and shaved her head, and they're like, "What the fuck did you just do?" Like,
so, like there was a lot of things changed, and it's very interesting because I think they could have made that into a trilogy. I would still love to see them pick that up. They can really still pick that up.
Here's the deal: they did make it. There's 3 of them. The third one is a very low budget film. It was crap. It has Jennifer Grey in it. I reviewed it on my channel.
I think Tim Curry's in it too, isn't that?
The Ritual.
Yes, it's called Ritual. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that
it only has excerpts of it though. It's not really a true sequel. Just like Bordello Blood had the key in it, but it really wasn't a sequel, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's considered a sequel because of the key.
Yeah, they're tripping. No, it's in the same universe, but I don't know about the sequel.
Yes, it's also because Corey Feldman's in it. I also love Bordello of Blood, and I don't see why people hate that. I mean, it's just funny, but
it's super fun.
It seems a little goofy, but a lot of Tales from the Crypt is goofy anyway. But I just don't like Dennis Miller. I can't stand him.
Go ahead, Casey. I think
Andy Everhart. Like she's just nice to look at through the whole movie.
That's true.
I know a place not too far from here where you can get the best goddamn piece of ass in the best goddamn world.
That was a good one, huh? You hit it.
Yeah.
I know my Demon Knight and my Bordello of Blood for sure.
I just rewatched Bordello. Demon Knight is actually one of my favorites, though.
You cannot put Baby from Dirty Dancing in Ritual and make me want to like it. I'm sorry, unless she's doing the merengue, dude. I'm not watching it. And
darn right.
I've probably seen everything Tales of the Crypt, like everything. Even, but I've never seen the Ritual. That's the only thing I've never seen they've done.
Yeah, I carried a watermelon. Like I bought some like Miramax DVD set. Like I have it in a DVD set somewhere. But I would say it's worth seeking out, but like probably by the time you get to the end of it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck did I just watch here?
It's like voodoo, right? I'm just not in the voodoo flick.
Yeah. Like it's got some like fairly gory moments too. And then like the Crypt Keepers, like he even has like the dreadlocks and everything in the beginning.
I think that, yeah.
So here's a funny story. We're getting off topic, but here's a funny story about Bordello. So I was 17 years old and I was working at a mall and I bought the movie on VHS. So the girl I was dating at the time, her parents wanted me to bring it over so we could watch it together. And I'm like, okay, I shouldn't bring this over. I know the opening sequence is a really big nude scene where a girl's in the bathtub and, you know, her double D's are showing and everything, right? So this girl's parents asked me to bring over the movie to watch it with them. So we're sitting there, we get all the popcorn together and stuff. I put it on, and the opening sequence is this big ass nude scene, right? I'm underage and shit, and the parents like told me never to come over again and never to see their daughter, and like how they were gonna report me, like for having that movie. Yeah, man.
Wow.
I got in a lot of trouble for my horror movies in the past.
That movie did have a lot of boobs, man.
You liked Ritual, Al, but you know what, Al? Probably because of the voodoo aspects of it. I mean, because I know that's kind of a thing in some parts of the NOLA, but I guess I don't know.
It's so weird seeing
Could have
Tim
been
Curry
better.
in that movie. It's like I mean, if I could ever ask him a question, I probably would ask him like, what made you pick up that script for the Ritual and want to be a part of that? But job's a job.
Hi, is this Tim Curry? Yes. How can I help you? Why the fuck were you in Ritual?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have to ask him that. I'd be like, wait, before we go, why the fuck were you in that fucking Ritual movie?
He'll probably say, the fucking paycheck. What do you mean? Hang up.
Right.
You were Frankenfurter. You were in It. Why the fuck were you in Ritual?
Dude, he's everything in Home Alone too.
Yeah, right.
The only reason I watch Home Alone 2.
He was in Congo as well.
I love Home Alone 2. But not to get you off topic though, Hobbs. Sorry about that.
Yeah, what were you talking about? Elmstreet 6? I can't remember. Yeah, okay, Elmstreet 6.
We're talking about Home Alone 6 is what we were talking about.
True.
There is a 6, aren't
It might be
there?
on 6 by now.
Yeah. That's funny.
There's a scene from Home Alone 6.
And I was out.
Right there that's one of the web bandits going through a window.
Actually, Home Alone 6 is the new one, right? With the British boy, right?
The Santa one, or wasn't it a Christmas? Is it another Christmas movie, or is it just its own thing?
I think it is. They leave him home. Yeah, they bring Buzz back, and they got the girl from The Office in there.
Yeah, the girl from Kimmy Schmidt, whatever her name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they bring back the South Bend Shovel Slayer?
Shovel Slayer.
He ain't got nothing on the lady from the bird.
The body, the mummy.
Yo, like one of the creepiest things about that the Shovel Slayer is Roberts Blossom. He played Ed Gein in a movie called Deranged. So it's like, he did play a legit serial killer before.
That movie absolutely terrifies me. I cannot watch this movie. I feel so uneasy when I watch that movie.
What, Deranged?
Yes, it's just
it is a rough one, dude.
I can see why a kid would be scared of that guy, this shovel man, because he is on almost every neighborhood. Like, I've seen him in real life. Like, he just looks so familiar. I can see a kid being scared of him. He's just such a familiar face.
Did you ask him if his toothbrush was approved by the American Dental Association?
Yeah, Kevin got warrants for that toothbrush.
Are we playing Double Dare? Is that someone to get a physical challenge, or what's up with that?
That was a lie. I lied.
All right, guys. So, anybody have any other thoughts on 6 before we have 5 more to go here? 5 more movies to touch base on.
Come on, guys. Give us some thoughts on 6. Y'all said nothing about 6. Come on.
I like
wrong guy, man.
I thought Billy Zane's sister was pretty good looking.
Okay, I'll say one more thing, Hobbs. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I thought it was cool how they got into an arsenal at some point, and we're gonna take it to kick the crap out of Freddy. That was a nice twist, I guess, but it was kind of like a rehash of the Dream Warriors in a way.
That's cool.
But I liked it.
I'm sorry, Wes, go ahead.
No. That's all. I just liked it. Thought it wasn't bad.
Okay. Go ahead, Wes, whenever you're ready.
Oh, what do you want me to do, man? Start on the next one?
No. Your thoughts on? I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. You're good.
I was wondering if I was muted for a minute there.
I know. I'm just having fun. What were you gonna say, Cal?
I was
I'm a
spinning.
I'm a
I
big
was spinning.
goofball dude.
That's cool.
So I didn't know what was going on. My whole internet went out for a second, and you guys were spinning for me. No, I was just going to say they touched on without really. I mean, of course you're grown, so you pick it up. But as kids, they were touching on like sexual abuse, and with Freddie being who he is, and they pulling that back into it with her and the girl and her dad at the stove. That was a little thing, but also too, they gave you something to care for when she was beating her dad with that was it coffee pot? So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So that I always thought that was like a deep. See, Freddie, I think Freddie touches in very taboo, and he hits moments like that, and then,
Yeah, it was a Mr. Coffee coffee pot. And then she knocks him over the head with it, and it's like a scene out of Evil Dead or some shit.
Well, it did pretty well on getting to their worst fears and their like you said, Cal, their childhood traumas, and that was a pretty cool angle.
But to the tap into something that taboo, that was, but it fits to his character too. So I always thought that was good, but not good, if you know.
Yeah.
Ben Grimm says that Nightmare on Elm Street did the booby trap house before Home Alone did. So before the can cakes, Freddy Krueger had those in his films, right?
That's right.
Part 6 to me has nostalgia. I enjoyed Part 6. I liked the end music. I can't remember who the hell the music was from, but I liked the end music. All right, so moving on to the one of my least favorite, which is some people's favorite. I know Casey loves this one. The New Nightmare. Okay, go ahead, folks.
Well, I thought the meta aspects were pretty cool. How they brought back a lot of the characters. I thought that was nice. But the little kid was a bit annoying. I don't know. But I thought it ended up turning out to be a pretty good film.
Hobbs is on the silly train tonight per Katie. It's true.
I really need to go back and watch New Nightmare though, because it's been a while, but I don't think my opinion will change too much on it. But I don't know. I hate the way he looks in that movie. I hate his hat. I hate everything.
Dude,
his glove looks cool.
But... You don't like the glove? Oh, I was about to say the glove.
The glove looks cool. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
I don't like that he's wearing a coat. Like, why is he wearing a coat?
Come on. He got some style.
They're trying to make him look like Gambit is the reason.
But what is the point of the coat? Does it do anything? Does it hide any weapons? Does it do anything at all? What does it do?
Dude,
it does nothing.
It's whatever he does magic. He does magic tricks.
Without giving him a cape. Just wanted to swing around. You think he kind of looks like the Creeper, doesn't he?
The first time I saw it, I thought they're turning him into Data from the Goonies. When I saw that
jacket. I can see that now.
Y'all heartbreakers. Good thing I never seen the Goonies, so I'm not mad.
Freddy Krueger's got booby traps. Booby traps.
Yeah. Booby traps, yes.
Oh, you guys are
come up here with my booty traps.
Y'all talking about
why did Freddy look like Chester Copperpot? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's the best Freddy ever looked at me. He finally got stopped. Did you notice his shirt was toned different? His pants matched his everything. He was finally matching. He had a fresh hat finally. He was cool, man.
But why did it take like 7 movies for that to happen?
Because he was busy. He finally got, Freddy was cool. When he popped out that "Miss Me" and the hospital scene, dude, that shit is scary. You ever play Skin the Cat? And he really got back to minimum humor, and it was enough. I liked it.
I do want to go back and see it though, so I'll probably be saving that for October this year.
That's cool.
All right. InterwebKaiju, we know your thoughts on this one. We want to hear it all, buddy. If you're still with us.
I like the movie a lot. It's probably my second favorite. I didn't really mind the kid. You know, the only part I really liked with him was where he's crossing the highway. I thought that was suspenseful, but he didn't annoy me in the other scenes. I agree with Cal on that hospital scene. It's pretty awesome. I like the layer at the end. I like the look of all that stuff in there too.
Not like hell, right? But like it was like his dungeon in hell somewhere.
Yeah, I thought it had a good aesthetic to it.
Did you like the soundtrack with "Losing My Religion" in it?
I don't really remember, but I like that song, so I guess so.
Yeah, whenever Heather's husband's driving in the truck or whatnot, he's singing it. And anyways, yeah.
Did you like all the cameos at the funeral? Tuesday night, a few others sitting there. Didn't notice it, huh?
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I did.
Of course you did.
I didn't change my thoughts on the movie, but I did. Go ahead, Jen.
Hobbs. Oh, God, Hobbs.
I actually appreciated part 6 more than New Nightmare.
Is somebody feeding you lines?
Silly and reminded me of 80s movie.
EA Horror says the booty traps.
Yeah.
Trying to get to you in those booty traps.
Yeah.
Wes Craven's new booty.
Anybody else have any thoughts on the New Nightmare?
I think he's scarier there than anywhere. Just me. The music is intense. It just works so well with his new look. I like his face. You know, it is the one portrayal as a kid when that movie first came out. I was like, how come they didn't have Robert Englund play Freddy Krueger? Because he felt different, and I didn't realize it was still Robert Englund. And it took me a long time, maybe years after, to realize that was still Robert Englund. He was so tonally different.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to? It's not actually Freddy. It's like this spirit that's just like haunting the script.
Yeah, it's a demon, you know, and it's just, it is the movie, it is Freddy, but really in actuality, it's a demon, you know, and I thought it was kind of cool, you know, I mean, we got to keep making these, that justifies them making them in real life, so this doesn't come out of the screen and kill everybody, but, you know, I don't know, the highway scene, that's something. A lot of people say they didn't like the Army of Freddy's. I hear a lot of people say that's why.
You guys ready to put Cal Deli on the spot?
Okay, real quick, before we put it on the spot, the scene of her sliding through the sheets, I think that is awesome. That is a great scene.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, spot time.
All right, getting real quick to the booty talk in the chat. Best booty in the world is the sumo booty. Was Freddy booty? Was that Freddy booty? Was there anybody see Freddy's booty in any of the Freddy films? If it did, it probably looked like a scarecrow booty.
I heard he got fingered. That's all I know.
Gotta think your mama for a butt like that.
Oh my god! All right, Kal-El, rank where you put the New Nightmare. Not all of them. Where do you put it? Just that one.
All right, as a favorite, dude, I can't do that because I still like original Freddy better. I do, but I feel like, I almost feel like people say 2 is its own thing. I feel like this is clearly its own thing. He just feels he's Freddy.
You know the reason why I'm doing this, because you do this to me with Halloween 3. So this is a little bit of revenge. So, you know.
Okay.
I don't forget.
All right. Let me see. 1, 2, 6, 4.
Not the
It
whole
might be
ranking.
top 5.
That's
It
this
might be
one.
top 5. Can I say that? It might be.
That's fine. That's fine. What were you saying, Casey?
I don't remember. But Ben said that he watched Freddy's Wet Nightmare.
Yeah.
So I was asking him in chat if it had Freddy's butt in it. So
I think Ben also said that Wes Craven directed porno beforehand.
He did.
That just adds to my, reason why he's so badass.
Well, yeah, of course he did. Last house on the left, right?
Well, before that.
Hobbs, I didn't like that.
He's like Rutger Hauer, man.
But you did it to me one time, and it didn't bother me. But I really wanted to see what your thoughts were.
But so you must think like I think Halloween 3 sucks. You must really think New Nightmare sucks for you to do that.
Hobbs does not like New Nightmare.
But do you think that I think that? Do you think that I'm obsessed with Part 3 of Halloween, Season of the Witch?
The fact that you like it is too much.
See, we can agree to disagree, my friend.
I ain't mad at you though.
I like it too. I will admit
no,
it freely.
Jenny, not you. Not Jenny. No.
Are we talking about Halloween 3?
Yeah.
I got to admit, I don't mind it either.
Oh my God, the followers are strong in here. Okay, I get it. Hobbs is the man here.
Cal, one time we was in a stream together, and he goes, Hobbs. He stopped the entire stream, and he goes, Hobbs, let's get it out in the open. What do you like about Halloween 3? Tell me. So that's the reason why I did this tonight. All in good fun, but I was just curious. I don't hate the New Nightmare, but I don't also like it. So, and I realize that's kind of like that's a politician's answer, but I'm just saying,
I'm not a big fan of Halloween 3.
Thank you, Casey.
There's nothing fundamentally wrong with it, Like that you could take everything in that and it could have been a good movie. But I watch it and I'm just not that into it.
I'm going to repeat the question that I ask all of the people that don't like it. If it was not part of the fucking franchise, would you guys like it?
No, because that doesn't bother me.
More than right now,
Ooh, we got the Scream Factory too.
Sean likes it too.
Yes,
I like it. I like it more than the Cult of Thorn movies. Like I don't just dislike it because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. That's not my problem with the movie.
Tell us why you don't like it, Casey. And again, it doesn't bother me.
I like the lead. I like the story, but I'm sitting there watching it, and I just cannot get into it.
The fake Tom Selleck. You like that lead? Oh boy.
I like the lead. He's fine. He's kind of like my favorite part of the movie. Other than that, I know a lot of people hate on it, but I'm
Can you tell us if you like the lead? All we want to know is if you like the lead, Casey.
You guys like the song. That's all that is. Don't confuse it with the movie.
Song. It's definitely a earworm.
I like the lead, and I like it because it reminds me of has the same ending like Soylent Green. It doesn't have the happiest ending in the world.
Shout out to Soylent Green if anybody has seen or has not seen. It's a must watch.
Yeah.
It's people.
I think the ending is why I hate it.
EA Horror singing the Shamrock song.
So
I could swear that guy.
Go.
Good, John.
No, go for it. Go, Cal.
Oh no, I was just gonna say just the ending, just seeing that guy on the phone. I could swear he was talking to Comcast or something, or his cable company, because he's like really pissed. Like I just can't take it. I don't know.
Stop it! Stop charging me! Stop it!
But
Stop
think
charging
about
me
spoiler
premium.
free.
Stop charging me premium prices. Stop
It's
it.
people.
Hey, yo, that could be a meme. Yeah. Okay.
As a person that works in that industry, I tell you that's how it actually is. That's how the customers are, and legitimately.
I knew you from somewhere, Hobbs.
Well, if you would
I'm sorry,
watch
I
Chip
screamed
and
at you
Dale,
about my bill.
I'm sorry, Hobbs. Did you say you were in the Chippendales?
that's right. Rescue Rangers.
No, I want to see in the other Chippendales, huh?
Chip and Dale Horror, the Chips Ahoy cookies.
No, the Channing Tatum Chippendales.
All right, Jim has a theory
Patrick
about.
Swayze Chippendales.
Let's hear Jim's theory on Halloween 3. On Halloween Ends, we'll have the Silver Shamrock ending, and that's Halloween Ends. Ooh, what do you guys think about that take?
It's interesting. I suppose it's kind of been proposed, hasn't it, with the radio tower, and that may be how they're controlling Michael Myers. The
I
whole
truly believe it. If that's the ending, they picked that up from you fans. That they didn't write that. They heard you guys say that so many times that they'll do it now because they didn't know how to end it.
That's right. They've been watching our podcast lately, and they said, "You know what? We're going to change the ending."
Really?
It's possible, though. You know.
yeah.
I think
think
The
my
Rock is
theory-
gonna come on and beat him up. That's about it.
SmackDown.
Right now.
Yeah. I think they're going to kill each other. Herman Laurie, that's the end of your saga, and we'll pick up with Danielle Harris. We'll pick up right there in that storyline.
And then you think they're going to bring her back, though?
Yeah, I think they'll pick up from 4 or 5. They'll just do a trilogy out of that.
I think they need to bring her back into the franchise. I don't care if she's dead, like, and as far as what she was in the original Halloweens, but like, she's good enough to come back and reprise a role for sure. A harmless plug. She was on our show, by the way. She was on our show. We had a good time with it.
That's
I
cool.
love Danielle, but I think they will pick up from part 4. I think that's a good way to. I mean, they're running the character, right? And people are going to say, "Oh, how are you going to do this?" I think a trilogy with her would be good, and they can pick like they did with Jamie's, picked up after 1. I think they could pick up after 4. Really could. I don't know.
Jim says that it's the 3rd movie, and it will be a theme in the background, not a focus on the film. Then it just happens. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Jim's
I
coming
find
up
that
with all the
interesting.
theories, man.
Hey, nice, Jim.
That's
Hope it's better than the last one.
Sean, what were you trying to say earlier, bro?
Nah, I was just looking at release dates, and Suspiria was released on this day 45 years ago in the United States.
Sheesh.
God, that's such a good movie.
Oh my goodness.
It's older than
They
me.
say that Halloween 3 has connections to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's interesting. That movie's terrifying also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all think about Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
Actually,
Jason
I
Goes
gotta
to Hell,
upgrade that one. I gotta upgrade that to Blu-ray.
Have you seen that one, Cal?
What? Jason Goes to Hell. Same movie, right? No, I'm sorry. I haven't seen the faculty. I have seen the faculty.
I was like starting to think, like, why am I only laughing about this?
Yes, Hobbs, I've seen the faculty. I mean, Invasions of the Body Snatchers. It's okay.
Honestly,
The Faculty?
I prefer the faculty.
Same movie, right?
Biggest zombie person. Unless
All
you
right,
go
guys.
with warm bodies.
I gotta check out of here soon, guys.
All right, Sean. Thanks for coming, bro.
Good to see
We'll
you,
see you on
Sean.
the next one. Everybody connect with Sean Blu Digital. Get him to 900 connections.
We'll get there. I think by the end of the year I'll probably hit 1K. If not, it'll happen. It'll happen when it happens. So But yeah, thank you guys very much for helping me get to this point. What am I, like 851 or something right now, I think, or maybe I bounced down. I don't know, but yeah, thank you guys very much for the continued support. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, and good night to everyone in the chat too, and good night to everybody on the panel. See you guys next Thursday.
Good night, buddy.
You the man, Sean.
Take care, guys.
Good night.
I really like Sean. That's my guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
Sean's a good dude, man. Anybody want to come up? Let me know.
So glad he's back.
I could send a link. Anybody wants to come up and join us?
Jenny, you could leave and come back, and then you could be up here twice. No?
That's true. If you want to double up and be in 2 different screens, you can do that too.
That's double dipping.
Freak of the industry.
BA Horror.
Oh my gosh, I've been listening to too much rap.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take a little breather here for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you guys want to continue on, we'll talk about
Freddy versus
The
Jason.
remake?
Yeah.
Oh, Freddy vs. Jason. I keep forgetting about that one.
All right. I'll be right back.
All right, guys. So, which one would you rather watch? Jason Goes to Hell or Freddy's Dead?
Why are you going to do that? They're probably both my
'Cause
favorites out of each franchise.
You mentioned them both earlier. So, got me thinking.
I go back and forth on Jason Goes to Hell and New York. Those are my 2 favorites. I probably slightly like New York because of my dad, but Jason Goes to Hell was kind of my favorite. I don't know which one I picked, but since I like Freddy better, Freddy's Dead.
Hold on. Those are your 2 favorite Friday the 13th movies?
Yeah, the worst ones, right?
Well, yeah, I just haven't heard anyone say specifically those 2 are their favorites.
I'm different. When you guys were, when Platinum was doing I was there. I was like, dude, I love those 2. I know that's unpopular, but I take a lot of shit from horror people, man. I love the ones people don't love.
I like those 2 better than 5 and 6.
Dude, I don't care for 1 and 2. And I know that's like the purest of the fans are like somebody like Hobbs, he's like, what's wrong with you? But
I love the first 4 out of that series.
I love 3. I think 3 is underrated.
I don't hate people for having a different opinion than me.
Oh, I'm just joking. Well, that's good, Katie, because I do believe I have met people that really don't care for me just because I told them my favorite movie. That's no joke, but not here. Definitely not here.
What about you, Wes? How you feel about it?
How do I feel about Freddy's Dead versus Jason Goes to Hell?
Yeah, just, you don't have to compare them. Just which one would you rather watch?
Of course.
Well, personally, I'd like Jason Goes to Hell. I just right off the top of my head, but that's not to say that I don't like both of them. I do, but it's just been a little while longer since I've seen Jason Goes to Hell. So I'd like to revisit it more.
I think that one gets more hate than it deserves. What, Cal?
It ain't bad.
He says he has a circle in hell. Of course he likes Jason Goes to Hell. It's a no-brainer.
No. Well, I guess you got a point there. I didn't think of it that way. I've got to represent my buddies in hell.
I think I'm a overanalyzer, but okay. Sorry, Casey.
Bad ones.
Bad ones.
Wow.
Cal, when are you gonna drop a new video, man?
I was trying to bring Recommend 10 back this month, but one of my friends, they're coming up with their big event, so I might say start mine in September because I don't want to clash with them. It's a little similar, so I don't want to clash. But yeah, actually, I'm working on a lot of content. It's just trying to get people's schedules right is hard, man. Like some people stand you up. It's a little hard, but when I finally come back, it'll be a lot of stuff. So it'll be more consistent. It won't be a big gap. So I'm just stacking stuff.
Right on. Bones. Coming back up, man? Your Bones? Me
Bone
and
diggity.
Jennifer gotta sing a song. What was it?
Bone diggity? I don't know.
Bony macaroni, something, I don't know. Jennifer was singing it the other day.
Bony macaroni.
There you go.
Bony macaroni.
Bone. Bone diggity. But then y'all talk to me.
I didn't realize Katie was still awake. No, she said that she had a headache earlier.
Go up, Kate.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that Kate?
Katie can come back.
She has a migraine for Katie.
I'm too much for Katie. I might make her head hurt.
No.
Okay. Would you guys rather watch Seed of Chucky or Halloween 3?
Halloween 3.
Yeah, probably Halloween 3. That one's close for me, but I'm gonna go Halloween 3.
Yeah. See the Chucky ain't bad.
Yeah, as much as I don't like Seed of Chucky, guys, Seed of Chucky. Halloween 3 is awful. What is wrong with y'all?
Okay.
Fun.
Okay, Cal. Leprechaun Origins
Oh,
or
God.
Halloween 3?
Oh, God. You did it, dear. You did it. You might have got me. Maybe Halloween 3, maybe. You know what? Maybe Origins. I don't know because I've seen it less. I've seen Origins twice, maybe, and it was so bad. But I've probably seen Halloween 3 maybe like 10 times, and it's so bad. So maybe Origins. I don't know.
There's
I think
so
Origins
many
is a shorter
movies out
movie, right?
there.
Which one's shorter? I think I'll go with Origins. It's a shorter terror, I think.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
I agree with Mr. Bones. Origin sucks balls.
Yeah.
It's a creature film, but it's not a leprechaun film.
Yeah, I guess a little creature that you can't see in the tall grass. But like, there's so many movies out there that you can watch. After I watched Origins, I was like, there's no need for me to ever watch that again.
Me too. I watched it once.
As bad as it is, I mean, you guys being horror fans, it isn't the worst horror movie you've ever seen. I've seen some shit, man. It's like,
it's not the worst horror movie, but just one of the worst Leprechaun sequels.
Definitely the
It
worst
is the worst
sequel.
It definitely is. It's not. It's so bad. It's not even a Leprechaun movie. That's how bad that is.
Right. Yeah.
Ben Grimm says, Cal, you know the answer to Origins. Quit playing.
I would definitely rather watch Halloween 3 over Jeepers Creepers 3.
Side note, now that Hobbs is back, before he gets back to Freddy, I've watched Prom Night 2 and 3 for the first time 2 nights ago. I had kind of fun with them. I was a little out on 3.
Awesome.
They're awful?
Dude, awesome. I love all the prom nights. Every one of them. And there's the thing, part 1 is not the best.
No, I think part 1, I don't get it. Because I rewatched that one first, and it's been a long time since VHS days. And I just don't dig part 1. I don't.
Man,
I like part 2. I think it's more fun.
Grew up watching USA Up All Night. So I have the taste for bad movies, man.
Hello, Mary Lou. Prom Night 2.
Hello, Mary Lou.
3 was like a straight comedy. So at first I was watching it with the mindset like, God, why? But then, the more I got into it, I'm like, if you just go with it, it's cool. It's cool.
I would encourage you to watch part 4 as well.
Oh, it's in the player. It's going to go.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I don't hate it anymore, but meh.
Horse says, I go into Halloween 3 expecting an alien movie, not a Halloween movie. Maybe that's why I enjoy it so much. It's an interesting theory about Halloween 3.
Ooh.
What do you guys think about that? expecting an alien movie, not a Halloween movie.
I think they wanted Tom Selleck in that role. That's what I think of.
You're sold on that. You like Magnum being in the role. I got you. I understand.
I mean, I don't know. What's up with the girl he had, man? Was it, like I don't.
So he got a little strange, I mean, they got a little close,
Yeah, a little
happens.
something strange for a piece of change. I know. Yeah.
That's it,
And his wife, he was married too, right? They never really addressed that, right?
I mean, shit happens, right? I mean,
Yeah.
at least they came and gave the kids
was
some
part of the
mess.
ending, right? So you don't feel bad for him when he bites it. That's right.
I think more than shit happened there.
Hopefully he didn't do an Amber Heard.
We have a knock on the door.
Echo
There's a
Cero
knock
in
on
the
the
chat
door.
is saying Burger King. I don't know why.
Red Rover, Mr. Bones is coming over.
He heard the chant.
Bones.
Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones in the Temple of.
Did you ever get even with He-Man, Mr. Bones?
There are no aliens in Halloween 3. They were witches, or did I miss the context of the chat? I guess that question would be for EA Horror. EA Horror, what are your thoughts on the aliens? And Jim wants to know about the witches. What are your thoughts?
That's my point, Hobbs. Nobody knows what the hell is going on in that movie.
It's a movie about boglins.
It would be better.
A movie about how motels are pretty costly,
Boglin.
Decent deal to stay at a motel all week.
You dudes need to fix the spelling on boglins or something and trademark it. You know that, right? This got to be your thing at this point. Boglins is the midnight hour.
We're going for a sponsorship.
They owe y'all a lot.
Boglins.
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 Wait a minute.
One more time.
She had the rhythm too.
One more time. Boglins.
Boglins. Sorry.
X gonna give it to you. Boglins.
Keep this up all night, man.
All right, what the hell were we talking about before we decided to talk about the Halloween franchise and prom night and?
I think we're on to Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one's going to bring a lot of heat and some noise, folks. Let's get ready to Freddy versus Jason. Your thoughts?
We're getting on the Gib train.
That's right.
Boglin.
Boglins.
Boglins. I had a good time.
I think Freddy versus Jason is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's a good mixture of both of them. If you want, you want some Jason and you want some Freddy, you get a good mixture of both of them. And I watch them every year in October. That way I don't have to watch a Jason and a Freddy. I can get them both in one shot.
So here's my story with Freddy versus Jason. I seen it the day that it came out in my local area. The first showing, it was jam packed to the rafters. There were arguments about who was going to win the fight. I had a blast. I didn't like it as much the first setting. I liked it better and better the more that I watched it. I love Freddy versus Jason.
Likewise.
Yeah, pretty much the same, man. I thought it was pretty awesome. I liked my favorite parts when he pulls Freddy out of the dream world and he realizes his ass is grass.
His ass is grass. He was the
That
lawnmower.
goal was pissed about something.
Go ahead, Will.
That's it. That's it, man. I just thought that was cool. You could tell the look on Freddy's face. You could tell he was just screwed.
So we have getting right off track again for just a brief moment. EA Horror says that she thought that they were androids in Halloween 3. Do we have a response to that from Now It's Dark or anybody else? Did anybody else? Oh, Bones thinks so as well.
I thought
That
so
they were
too.
androids.
There were.
So was Bishop from Alien in Halloween 3? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Was they iPhone or were they Android? No, I'm just kidding.
They could have been cyborgs.
Skynet robots, cyborgs, androids, whatever you want to call them, but you saw all the chips and wires and shit when you killed them.
Robots.
Stars, motherfucking quasars.
Smartphones. That's what they were.
Let's ask Jennifer Tochi. What are your thoughts on Freddy versus the boy?
I think Freddy kicked his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freddy rules, Jason rules.
Yeah, fuck that swimmer boy. Yep.
Yeah.
No, he can't swim. That's his whole thing. He was bad at swimming.
Yeah, that's the ironic thing. He's a little swimmer boy. It's sarcasm, Casey.
Yeah, he's chilling in the water in his whole series, and then he's fucking scared of water in this movie. So, who knows what's going on? Now, yeah, now he has to.
He always ends up in water in, one or two of his sequels there, they have to resurrect him out of the water. And was it part 7?
Yeah, he's like chained up and then he gets out.
I see this really bothers you guys. Like, I hear this a lot nowadays about the water.
I mean, they really go into it in the movie. Like, they even make the screen all blue when there's water freaking Jason out, and then they make the screen all red when they got the fire freaking Freddy out. It's a bit heavy-handed, but
product
still
of the
like
time.
the movie. Yeah,
So
it's still a good time. It doesn't ruin anything.
So let's throw this out there then. When he comes out of the water in the first film, was it a dream? Was it real? Was it bullshit?
It was all a dream.
It's all just a dream.
Who can take the sunshine and fill it with you?
I mean, if you think that that it was really Jason in part 2, then maybe, I don't see how he could have survived. I don't know. The suspension of disbelief isn't there.
Like if it's Jason in part 1, what does that mean? Does that mean he pulls her out of the canoe and then swims her to shore? Is that what happens?
He gets story arc because he's a savior.
That's what it was. He's upset that everyone got mad at him when he had his heroic moment, and then they're all trying to kill him. I'd be upset too.
Right.
I got a question for Hobbs on the spot. You there, Hobbs?
But we're even. I don't have another one for you to return.
Well, you'll get me one day. So
help yourself, fucker.
Lines are drawn.
Is that fucker for me? Okay, so all right, question. Did Sally really get away? Or was it all a dream? She did pass out several times. Texas Chainsaw, buddy. Did Sally really get away? Or was it all a dream? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Have you seen the most recent film?
Yeah, she got away
No.
because she came back in a new one to get killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Bones. Oh shit.
Hey, it's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Damn it, Bones.
Bones. Bones.
So there's your even, Hobbs. He got me for you.
I guess sometimes things just work out in a different, odd way, you know?
I'll get you,
All
my
right.
pretty.
Now I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
All right. Okay.
Can you do the dance for me, baby?
I don't know where that's from.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm sorry.
In summer school, Chainsaw says when they're showing the movie, he says, "Do the dance for me, baby."
That's in the new one?
Huh?
Is that the new one or the original? I don't remember
Original.
that part.
When he's dancing with this chainsaw.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry. That was a good one.
Can you do the dance for me, baby?
Cal, she wants
You're
to know
right.
if you can dance. Can you break it down, Cal?
No, I think she got it. I think she got it. After the dance she was doing earlier to the Batman, I don't think I could do it.
Okay, I got you. EA Horror has a theory about a link that explains the connection. EA, if you could tell us in the chat, we're all curious whether or not aliens, witches, or boglins was in Season of the Witch.
I can dance, you know.
So yeah, what the hell were we talking about again? Elmstreet, Freddy versus Jay. Okay. So the one of the kills I like the most, obviously, is the bed scene. That's one of the most iconic kills ever, I think, in the franchises. You know, our girl, one of the ginger snaps, her boyfriend just gets flopped.
Oh yeah, and the bed getting snapped in half in the bed.
Oh yeah. I've always thought, like, when I sleep on my stomach, I'm like, shit, like, what if something happens, like my bed flips like that, and I get like bent in half, like a Barbie or like a GI Joe or some shit. There's some saving for Jen here. Jen, you should spray paint that quote on your house and put a camera outside. See how many people stop by for a dance. I wouldn't, dude. She might do it. Don't put it past
Just
her.
set up another camera on the trash can
get
so
a
that
sign.
way you can record everyone dancing.
She goes, so there's this bar near her home, and it's called Pissers. And apparently one of the discussions is the spelling of it. People want it to be spelled like Pissers, right? Instead of like how it sounds. They don't want to change the name of it. How cool is that? It sounds like a town from where I'm at. Maybe they can set up the cameras there.
Sounds like a town where you're at, dude. Sounds like something out of Zanesville or something.
Oh yeah, definitely Ohio. Okay, what else? What scenes did you guys like in Freddy versus Jason?
Of course, the scene where Jason brings out Freddy from the water, and we get the little wink.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
But
you
that's
know,
my absolute
sequel lead-in.
favorite scene.
Did you think the fight scenes were too like choreographed, like too Matrix like?
I have never seen Matrix.
Like the slow motion stuff. Did you think that was a bit much, or was that fine?
It was a bit slow motion. Yeah, it was.
I like to fight in the cabin. I thought that was tight.
Yeah.
Hashtag cabin fights. Bones?
It made me want to rent a cabin and go get in a fight with somebody just for the fun of it.
Does anybody know who his stunt double was in that scene? Who I heard it was?
No.
Rey Mysterio. 619.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Dude, I've got to confirm that. That would be awesome.
That's what I heard.
Shout out to Rey Mysterio if you're watching.
Cal's a wrestling fan. I know that.
Yeah, I think I might have heard that in passing. I think so.
Dude.
One thing I was thinking about was this is the first movie where I seen Freddy terrorize a younger kid, because they're all essentially teenagers. So he sticks his claw into that little boy Jason's head. And Jason is damn near a baby. He's a kid. I just thought about that. I've never seen him terrorize nobody that young in the movies.
Did you guys like all the marijuana scenes in the motion picture?
Yeah.
They're all right.
Didn't seem like anything out of the usual for this time.
Yeah. The worm pulls you back to Freddy's dead, but I really didn't care for the worm too much.
To me, it came out of left field. Like, it's like, what the hell am I watching now? But I get it.
I think if you don't remember the movie, you'll think that's Jay from Silent Bob, the pothead in the movie. If you don't know the movie,
a lot of people think it is.
Noochie Boochies.
I kept expecting them.
He should have said Snoochie Boochies, bitches.
Didn't they intend for him to originally be in that, or?
It had to be. I don't know.
Yeah, the part was like written for him.
You guys do know that Scott Fargus and the Christmas Story is in it.
Yeah.
He's not as cute as he used to be.
Who did he play?
He played the dude. Go ahead.
I just said one main kid's older brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Ritter's friend's older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the tub, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. That dude looked like Robert Englund when he was doing that voiceover. Like when he was in the tub, he kind of really looked like him at that moment.
And the thing is that guy's really cool in real life too. Like he's played a lot of shitty parts, but he's a really good dude, and he does a lot of charities and things too. He gets a lot of shit, I've heard, for being mean to Ralphie, but
he could play a pretty good Freddy Krueger if given the chance, I'd say.
I would agree. He's typecast for a long time. That's why he didn't get a lot of roles.
Yeah.
Like
I imagine it's hard to see him and not see Scott Fargus, but
I don't know. Do you guys still see Home Alone when you see Macaulay?
yeah, a little bit.
What about You Better Watch Out?
Ooh.
That's the Home Alone horror movie. Have you all seen that?
Is that for Santa Claus? It's like that foreign movie with Santa Claus trying to
I
get
might
in.
be the only horror fan that didn't like Better Watch Out, but I hated that movie.
Is that Christmas Evil?
I thought it would be better.
Isn't this the one that I... Go ahead, Jen.
Is that the one with the babysitter?
Yes.
Yeah, the one you sent me last year. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness.
It's the Home Alone horror movie, legitimately.
Yeah.
Well, Home Alone is a horror movie, if you really think about it. You switch the music around in that song. It's a home invasion film.
I mean, it does have the old guy from Deranged in it. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
It has Joe Pesci in it. I mean, mafia guy coming in your house, robbing you. You should change the music of Home Alone to some horror music. All right.
Yeah, but then at that point you have The Good Son, right?
But that's the cause. They left him home alone too long.
You know what else
Yeah.
you could do with that? You could do that with Dumb and Dumber. If you watch Dumb and Dumber and turn the sound down, that shit is terrifying. Or even The Mask.
Cable guy.
Yeah, the
The
cable guy.
Mask.
That's legit.
That's hilarious.
So how do I get all the free channels? You let me be obsessed with you and be a creeper. That's legit though, man. There are people. That's a play on mental health. There are some people like that that are just obsessive over people, and all they want is a friend. And that's real shit.
I met one online. He's trolling me still.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's crazy, but that movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anybody have any other thoughts on Freddy versus Jason as we're approaching the remake, the one that everybody is ready to talk about?
I'm not ready to talk about it. It don't exist.
The remake is better than Leprechaun Origins.
For sure.
Yeah.
Neither of them is better than either of them.
Come on.
They're both bad, Bones.
They both need to not exist.
Nah. I kind of like certain things about the new one.
I kind of would like for it not to exist.
Yeah. Want to hear a hot take, Bones? I think it's better than the original Texas. Yeah, kick me off the stream. I know.
Good night. Good night, Cal.
Good night, folks.
Good night. Tell me to do something when I'm not the host.
Hobbs, yeah, if Hobbs is the host, you're the host. Hobbs got your back.
Are you saying you like it better than the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Well, Bones knows this. I don't care for the original. It's the only one I don't like.
You're saying you like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake better than the original Texas Chainsaw?
Yes, I said that. That's a hot take, right?
Anybody have the number to Will Smith so we can get him smacked?
Yeah, you want to smack me?
Yeah.
No, I mean that. I can't stand the original, but I like them all. The rest of the franchise.
Jim, I'm obsessed with Hobbs Horror, but not Bogman, so we'll never be together. Bogman's is our mascot, really. That's for a long time. I don't even know we got started on Bogman's, but it is what it is. I mean, it's part of our family. It's the Boglins.
Did you start yelling Boglin, and we all followed you?
Yeah.
But you just
Boglins.
Get it, Jenny. Get it.
She gets in the groove every time you play that.
I feel like she's doing like a song from like fucking Jefferson Starship or some shit. Like the way she's dancing.
The Boglin Hour. I feel like it's almost I don't want to say a cult. Don't take it that way, but I feel like it's the way into the group. Like you have to be down with the Boglins to get a part of the hour. Like it's the code word.
You haven't told us if you're down with the Boglins.
You down with the bog?
You down with OPP? You down with
Bog?
How can you flip that?
You down with
Bog?
The B to the O to the G to the L to the I to the I to the N, the B to the O to the G to the L to the I to the N.
Yeah, you know me.
Cal, what I want to know is, have you heard my new banger, Old Bog Road?
I've been hearing some stuff, dude. I heard that mix you put together. I don't know if I heard this one.
Yeah, that was
Wes, did you love your little one?
Stuff from the chat.
Wes Bones put together a nice mix with Wes on it too.
Oh, that was a outtake from one of our shows.
Dude, Katie just put up a review of House from 1985. That is awesome.
Nice.
I've never seen that. I hear that's good.
Is that the one with William Catt? Is that the one you watched?
Yeah. It's got to be 1985, right?
Now I want to see it, Bones. I just want to see it now.
See what?
Your new remix.
You know where my page is at?
Remix.
But I want to see it
Taking
right
my bogling to the old bog road.
Old Bog Road.
Jim, you're always welcome to come hang out with this dude. So we've got 21 solid minutes left to discuss the remake.
No,
Who wants to
we're
start?
done.
Bone?
I think we're done.
Well,
I think
you
we need
want
to
to bring Jay
hear
up for the
what
last one?
Cal likes. What Cal likes about the film.
Stopping at verses is good for me. That other one don't exist to me.
Well, Hobbs framed me up one time to defend it because everybody wasn't digging it. It is the worst one, but I still don't think it's unwatchable. I don't think it's terrible. I like. It's hard to say, but I like the story of it overall better because that is what Freddy was originally was. So I feel as though they got him back to, they put it in your face, and I think people don't like it. I don't understand why people are so mad about it. Freddy has always been what he's portrayed in that movie, and it's just they just got away from it. It just became too taboo, and they stopped saying it. But it's in movies, it's in the TV show. He confirms it himself that he's a child, whatever. So I don't get it. I think it's no Robert Englund, so people don't like it, and the look is bad. So I think it's that, but the guy, I think he did a good job. I love Katie Cassidy in it. I actually like it. No, don't get me wrong. I've watched the Jason remake recently, but when they both came out, I liked it better than the Jason remake. But I don't know how that would stand now, so I'll have to rewatch it. But no, I don't hate it. It is the worst one though.
Let me say this: Joe and the Horror Man and Jason had a really nice perspective on it, right? Retrospective on it. What if all this stuff was incorrect? What if Freddy was acquitted? What if he never did it? And all this stuff happened. What about that?
Yeah.
That would have made more sense for you to root for him the way people do, if that was true.
And would have more of he would have more reason to get revenge too, is what they were saying too.
It's kind of nasty though, the fact that he did all that, right? Then he dies and he comes back and he's taking people's souls. And when you really think about it, if you really think about it, like he shouldn't win at all. But
yeah,
I don't know. But that was proposed by John Saxon.
Jim, I can understand that. Go ahead, Casey. I'm sorry.
What?
I think that was Bones.
Oh, Bones, is that you? Hello? Hello? Is anybody there?
It was not me. I'm not partaking in this section.
Bones means business. Jim, I understand what you're saying about your daughter not because of the pedophile. I get that, buddy.
So the one thing I thought was cool about the remake was where she's like in the classroom and then she falls asleep and then everything turns to ash. I thought that was a cool scene. That's my one thing I liked.
The intro is the best scene. Like, that is freaky. That's scary. The intro.
Wes, what are your thoughts on it? Well, I'm kind of in between. I didn't like I was saying. It's not the best of the franchise. It's passable. I enjoyed Rooney Mara more than anything. I thought she was all right. I don't know. I get a lot of flack for that, but they didn't really do enough with the supernatural elements, the dream elements, as they should have, I thought. But that's just me.
They were too busy trying to make it like the original with its new CGI, which was a mistake. They thought like him looking different and being played by a different person was enough, and then they just make the same movie, and it just didn't. That's what didn't work. But
yeah, they remade scenes that somehow look way worse. That wall scene looks just terrible.
Yeah, the wall scene was pretty bad.
But it's very airy. Like I know Robert Englund's classic. He has the great voice. He's a great talker. But this guy's voice was creepy. Like, it's very airy. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little odd.
You think Jamie Earl Jones, whatever voice
Jackie Early, something like that,
was freaky?
Freaky.
It kind of talk like this, like I'm coming
Kind of
for
like
you.
makes you tired, right?
I'm gonna cut your fucking head off with my blades.
Yeah, you want to see my toes?
The first time is always messy.
Good timing. It looks like Echo just got back.
Hey, welcome back, Echo.
Hey, Echo.
Toes are dangling.
I don't know. I think I came into the movie with a bad attitude about it. Because it's like, how dare they put
A lot of
somebody
people
else,
did, Jim.
like from Bad News Bears as Freddy, you know? And I don't know. I hated it before going in.
Do you think they should have waited longer to recast Freddy?
Jim, show Echo your toes again.
Huh?
Show Echo your toes again.
Hey, Echo. Love you, Echo.
Foot fetish boys are going wild now.
How much time do they need, Casey?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. Like, do you think
that
fans would have been more welcome if more time was allowed in between the recast?
I think now people are ready. They're like suggesting people now. You know?
Is that because he said he doesn't want to play it more than one more time? Is that why people are ready?
Yeah. It's like back then he didn't have a choice. They're like ready to dump him. And it kind of reminded me of like poor Johnny Carson, you know?
That's what she did say. She said, let go of my ego.
Well, Jenny, you know they came to Robert and they asked him to do it, but he said he couldn't do. He see it's on YouTube. He said he just couldn't do a series. He said I can do it again, but I can't because he got hurt on Freddy versus Jason, and he's just like he said I was too old then. I can't go a whole series, and he said they wanted to do a bunch, so he never signed on. So they recast.
Well, there's got to be someone with almost the same facial features that could really, embody the character.
It's the body type.
I just can't see anybody doing Freddy Krueger other than Robert Englund. I just can't.
I get it.
And I think that's sad though, because everybody's getting a chance. I mean, even Chucky got a chance. It was okay. They did okay with Carrie, and I know the other guys wear masks, so it's not as hard. But I mean, look at it. I still slightly prefer the old It, but dude did a hell of a job. And I think if they remake Nightmare on Elm Street the way they did It, like with that type of shot like that, I think it could work, man. You just need the right person.
It doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't like I didn't like his performance in it. I felt like it was written badly. That's it. Not even written badly. I think it was executed badly. But I still don't hate it, and it's still not the least in my franchise. But I will not rank those movies because of how much love I have for them.
That's fair.
I can't. I feel like Freddy would come kill me in my dreams if I ranked them.
I think it's just a weak movie. I don't really think, I think his supporting cast wasn't what it should have been. So I just think it's, it has its flaws, but I think there are things about it that are, I think that what they wanted to do was more in line with, You know how they tried to get Chucky back to being scary, trying to get Leprechaun back to its originals. Like I think they really tried that, and I think it could have worked. It just
I
wasn't a
tell you the
strong movie.
key. If they just would have had him not talk, then that would have been fine. Because when you hear this the entire time, I was persecuted for being Freddy Krueger. You did not do anything to the kids. That pissed me off. It was like listening to Eeyore, you know?
Well, maybe
Yes.
that's the problem because,
It
but
could
you
be.
can't have Freddy not talk. Then it's Leprechaun Origins. It's not really Freddy. He has to have personality to his extent.
See, that's the thing. They wanted a different Freddy, but they didn't have a good idea for a different Freddy. You know, like their ideas they had to differentiate this movie from the original weren't good enough to make a movie out of.
Tell me this: would you guys have liked it better if he didn't talk?
I would have liked it better if he just yelled "Boglins."
No.
He didn't really put enough into it, you know. I mean, he didn't have the attitude.
I don't find his performance bad. I think it's the only thing strong about the film. I think it's everything else. The writing, the story arc. I mean, the direction of where they want to go, fine. But just how they executed, like you said, no. The supporting cast, I did like Kitty Cassidy, but I didn't care for the rest of the kids. And I like Thomas.
It's true.
But I just
you got to have the attitude.
But
it's true.
His voice for me was, it's not Robert Englund, but I thought it was good. It actually gave me chills when I first heard it.
Really?
The way they dubbed it, hearing that in the theater, the way they dubbed it, and there's a lot of effects on his voice. It's just real crawly.
I shouldn't be rooting for Freddy Krueger, and that's how I felt about the remake. I should not want him to be a superhero. And I felt like they were trying to make the audience feel bad for Freddy Krueger.
In the remake?
Freddy should be the guy that stalks you and kills you in your sleep, not make you feel bad about what he might not have been accused of. And that's what I felt like. But Jason and Joe have made me think a little bit differently about it. And I never even didn't not like it to begin with. But you got a good point. Everybody's got great points on this. It really is.
Well, I never heard that though, Hobbs. You felt bad for him. I thought it was the one movie where I didn't feel bad for him. I felt like they finally made me not like Freddy. Yeah. Because the other movies, you kind of like Freddy, no matter what. You still kind of like him.
Well, I mean, you've seen the assault. You've seen the assault by the parents. You never seen that in the other films. And then he was talking about how he was possibly not even the one that did it. So they brought up the fact that what if he wasn't the one that did it? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think they were lying. But what are they trying to do what John Saxon was doing? You remember the script John Saxon wrote for Freddy 3? He wrote that Freddy was framed. He never did that. Maybe they were trying to get back to that.
I don't know. All I know is we got about 10 minutes left in the stream.
Well, I hope you bring up something happy. You hate to end off on a remake.
No, we're gonna end up on that. We're done with that.
I think
anybody have any final
Kevin
thoughts on the remake?
Bacon would make a great new Freddy Krueger. I will say it again. I will shout it through the mountaintops.
I have a cast.
Shout it, Tochi out loud.
The guy from oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Hobbs.
Kevin Bacon is Freddy Krueger. What's y'all's thoughts? Go ahead, Cal.
I hear that, I think it could work, but I've always liked it, and he might be a little older now, but the guy from Drew Carey Show, the tall one, the friend, I always thought he could
Ryan
be good for
Stiles from Whose Line?
He has the body type, man, and he can change his voice pretty good. I think that would work.
Shape.
He's kind of got the same nose shape too.
As a fan of Whose Line Is It Anyway, I can tell you that probably would. I couldn't handle it because I'd be laughing my ass off. Sorry, just being honest.
Well, if they did the makeup right, maybe.
Maybe if it was Colin Mockery. No, I'm just kidding.
They gotta be near the same age as England, right?
Yeah. maybe.
Colin
Freddy.
and Ryan, I think, are hilarious, and I could not see as Freddy's at all.
I think he got a good look for him.
What about Drew Carey? What if Drew Carey was Freddy? I mean, shit.
Nah, he's more of a Leatherface.
Oh, Freddy, you're so ugly.
We get people we got people sending out personal messages to me on PM saying, what if, okay, look, there it is. Vince Vaughn as Freddy Krueger.
Please don't. No. Don't bring him in our franchises after Psycho. Don't do it.
Actually, I bought a VHS of Psycho, and it ended up being the remake.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Are you?
The front is just like black and like it's just art, so you can't tell that it's the remake from the front, but it was.
Oh no!
The question of the day is: did you notice it when you played it, or whenever you looked at the tape?
No, when I looked at the back, I seen them on there.
Damn.
That feels like a parody.
Vince Vaughn does a good job in Brawl on Cell Block 99.
I love that movie. Okay, here's one. How about Owen Wilson as Freddy Krueger?
Wow.
Wow.
I'd rather Jeff Goldblum.
I have this picture of Owen Wilson as Freddy Krueger, but I don't know what it's from. So I don't know.
How about Ben Stiller as Freddy Krueger?
You're reaching, Hobbs.
That's a bit much.
No, but you know what? That last one, Jeff Goldblum. I can see it. Especially if he was younger.
Only if he chose his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He'll have striped underwear, right, Jenny?
Oh yeah. I want his underwear burnt off. Mm. And I don't care how scarred he is.
John Leguizamo plays Freddy Krueger. How about that? No, that wouldn't work.
Nah, he could have played Pennywise. I mean, after Spawn, why not?
Yeah.
What about Robert Pattinson? No, I'm just kidding.
That's actually not bad. I wouldn't do it, but that's not bad. I think that's a hard casting. You got to find a new guy. You really do.
Yeah.
What about the guy from anybody ever watch Gotham? He was playing like the Joker.
What about Bray Wyatt from the WWE? What about Bray Wyatt as Freddy Krueger? Come to the buzzard.
I don't care for Bray Wyatt, so I don't know.
Oh, hear me out, guys. Michael Cera.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Dude, I would watch that for sure. Dude, Juno would have to be in it as well.
Yeah. He has to get revenge on
Juno. They could do part 5 with the.
Oh boy. How about Simon Pegg then? If we're gonna say all that. Okay. He said,
I'm thinking about it.
No, that was a joke.
What about Ellen DeGeneres playing Freddy Krueger?
Yeah.
Well, that would scare the hell out of me.
I'm gonna do Ellen like
Corey
that.
Feldman. What about the Feldman playing Freddy? I would watch it.
It could be done.
Nah, he wouldn't do it. He's Team Jason.
He's not Team Jason. He killed Jason.
Now you've got me back on the Corey Feldman high.
I can see Corey talking Jenny into Team Jason. I can see it.
People don't understand that Corey is a badass. He killed Jason. He killed Marco. He found Chester Copperpot. What more of a badass do you need to be?
You forgot one.
He found the body and Stand By Me.
He is a puppet master.
He helped beat the Shredder.
Yeah. He is a puppet master.
I mean, I seriously could see him in some Freddy makeup doing a pretty good job.
Why do people forget he's the Ninja Turtle? I never forget. I don't get it. They always forget that.
I remember.
Yeah.
He's my Donatello.
Because Donatello gets shunned a lot because of Raphael and Michelangelo. Donatello's the smart one, and he's got the staff, and he's kind of like the silent leader of the group.
Well, who would you guys be? Pick your turtle for your personality. Who would you guys be?
Donatello.
I'm gonna be Casey Jones.
I can see that, Kate.
Whichever the stoner one is. Is that Raphael? No, Michelangelo. That's
Let's end the note and talk about which turtle you would be. We've now gone from the Elmstreet franchise to Ninja Turtles. It's a nice segue.
I want to say I would be Leonardo, but my attitude is more Raphael, so they'll probably say I'm Raphael. But in my mind, I'm Leonardo.
Hey, Jeff Goldblum could be Baxter Stockman.
Jeez.
Cal's just like, I'm out.
Cal, we've lost Cal.
He's like, I'm Leonardo, and that's all there is to it.
That's right. You guys have a good night. I'm Leo. Take care. Deuces, I'm Leonardo. Peace out.
Whichever one ate the most pizza, that's me.
Even frozen pizza, like in part 2.
Yep. They love pizza of all kinds. Who's kidding? Who we kidding, man?
I guess I could be Krang. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
All right, y'all. We only got a few minutes left.
Damn.
What do you guys want to promote on your channels this week? What do you got coming up? I know there's tons of stuff going on this weekend. What do you guys got going on? Boglins.
I want to plug one specific video for Cal to watch. It's called Old Bog Road on the Mr. Bones channel.
Nice.
You know what? I'm going to try to download it real quick if I got enough time and watch it. We're going to put it on here.
It's awesome.
I've got 292 subscribers on my channel now.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Everybody add Jen, get her to 300.
Yeah, you gonna do anything special for 300?
I'm thinking of doing something.
A dance.
Everybody add Jen Tochi, get her to 300. She deserves it.
And I'm gonna be doing an 80s archives video and a Tochi in the Wild coming up.
Cool. Yeah, Katie will be at 400 soon. She's been getting lots of new
Katie's gonna
people,
burn past
new
me.
friends.
I might go live tomorrow night. I don't know.
Really?
I'm a bit burnt out.
No, you have to. You're our Friday show. It's your job
There
to
you go.
entertain us.
Well, I'll try.
The hell did Hobbs go?
I don't know. I think he's trying to figure out that song. Wes, are you gonna do the Saturday morning show again this week?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, we should be talking about Don't Panic on Dead Michael's channel.
What the fuck is
Hey,
that?
it's a weird movie.
I haven't seen it. I just seen the people wear the pajamas.
Yeah.
He finds all these
It's
movies
like
to
dinosaur
study that
pajamas.
I've never heard of.
We
I never
don't
heard
look
of
at
Pay
my
the Ghost till you
videos.
guys did it.
Yeah, it's weird. I heard bad things about it, but then I saw it and I kind of liked it.
And that other one, I guess Casey said Master Chaos has those pajamas.
Yeah, the Don't Panic pajamas.
Oh,
I guess Vinegar Syndrome was selling the pajamas or something. I don't know.
they do some weird shit like that. Like with the masturbating gunman, they apparently have like a figurine or something. Or...
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I saw Ben Grimm
It
in the
sounds
chat
terrible,
mention it
John.
earlier, but I don't know if that's something I need to watch.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like, family programming.
No.
Not
It
at
sounds
all.
interesting.
It does kind of.
To me, anyway.
It's got to be difficult to do with only two hands.
Well, are they masturbating the gunman, or is the gunman masturbating?
Yes, exactly. Is he masturbating his gun?
I guess someone will have to watch and let us know.
What did I walk
used
into?
to breed dogs, and it only takes 2 hands to breed dogs.
What's the fact that I walk into?
We were just talking the masturbating gunman movie. And I don't know anything about it, so I'm speaking out of turn, but we're just trying to figure out whether or not he masturbates while he uses his gun, or if he masturbates his gun.
I leave you guys alone for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We're talking about getting off pets.
Do you think that's what 3 minutes is the gunman's time?
You'd think he'd have to be pretty fast.
I have a
Fastest
secret
hand
West.
in the West.
Oh my god.
I've got a secret, Wes. I've been to many movies with dates when I was a teenager, and it only took 1 hand.
Hey, that's using your brain, man. Well, I guess it's using your hand, but it only takes 1 hand, and it's usually the left one. That way it feels like a stranger. Sorry, that's terrible.
Hey, I started it.
Hobbs left again.
I'm sorry, man.
He's back. He's back.
Have you got the moths, Hobbs?
I'm working on a video to pull up that we can end the night on.
All right.
Continue your chat about animal fornication, I believe we were discussing.
Yes. One of my favorite.
At least we'll have this one last time to stream before we get kicked off YouTube.
No. We're only allegedly, talking here. It's not, nothing official. I mean.
Yeah, I'm making it all up. It's not true.
And we were talking about a lizard and a donkey and 2 hands. What were we actually talking about?
The double Dutch
No,
rudder.
I used to help my mom breed dogs when I was younger. And sometimes they wouldn't breed. So you kind of had to help the male dogs.
Encourage them?
Well, did you just get like music or something? Like maybe put some Bee Gees on, or maybe some.
Kind of had to make it come out into a tube.
So you're a dog milker?
Yes, I was a dog
That's
milker.
fair. That's nothing wrong with that. You gotta keep the dogs going too. They need love.
Yes.
And sometimes they can't do it on their own. They need a little hand up.
Those females didn't want those collies, those male collies.
So Wes, we have a question for you.
Okay.
So, if the first person in a human centipede eats meat, can the second or third people still be vegetarian?
Oh.
Or was that the question? I don't remember. They used to ask everyone this, but I forgot
You
what it was.
It's hard to say because what really is a turd? Is it a vegetable? Because it goes into the ground and becomes part of the soil again. So technically, they could be vegetarians if a turd is a vegetable.
But it's going through a tube, not into the person's,
I want to thank everybody that's been able to watch the Midnight Hour over the years. This will be our last show after we get tossed tonight. I appreciate all the contributions.
I'm sorry. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for having me on.
No, it's okay. It's all good. This is something we used to start off all of our streams with, is that theory.
Oh, okay.
And I actually keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to bring it up to my doctor when I go to my visits. It's like, just doesn't slip my mind.
Yeah, I think
it's a tough one to bring up.
I think we decided that the human centipede is 3 people with one shared digestive tract, right?
Yeah.
One shared tube.
Yeah, so whatever the first person eats, it should go through all of them, I think.
That
so
makes
at that
sense.
point, there's no second and third person. They're one entity of a human
We've
centipede.
lost EA Horror. She's never going to come back to the stream. I appreciate all of your comments tonight, EA Horror. We are a little crazy. Jim has no problem. He's tossed. Jim saying tossed LOL. It's like a salad. So I see the chat's getting involved too. So.
Do we have the do we have Old Bog Road ready to go?
I mean, unless you guys want to continue to talk about the human digestive tract.
No, play Old Bog Road.
Yeah. Gonna take my boggling to the old town road. Gonna bog till I can't no more. Gonna take my boggling to the old town road. Gonna bog till I can't no more. Got my bogglins in the back, the eyeballs are attached. Moving left to right, they trying to cause a fright. What they all about? They just want you to scream and shout. Can't nobody tell them nothing. Oh no, can't tell them nothing. Midnight Hour is all about them bogglins. Can't tell us nothing, can't tell us nothing. No, can't tell us nothing. Bogglins! Yeehaw!
Bogglins!
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 Look at Tochi dancing like she's at the club. Well, I tell you what, it's 1:13. We've been on for over 3 hours now. Does anybody have anything else they want to say? Anything else they want to talk about?
Oh, we need to hear the Hobbs plugs. What do you have coming up, Hobbs?
I don't have anything planned yet, but I have to. Next week, we're going to be having the Lost Boys watch along party. We hope to see you all there for that. This time, we don't get fined, or we won't be getting, everybody. We're going to make sure everybody's good with the volume. This week, we'll be doing our Dollar Tree Theater, our Wild Eye Wednesday, maybe some kaiju videos. I'm off this weekend, so I'm going to watch a ton of movies. I don't know.
Awesome.
Wes, you got some interviews coming up, right? I see you're doing the interview circuit now.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I've got Dead Michael's show on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, and I'm going to be on Video Tasties watching Big Trouble in Little China on the 21st. But I haven't scheduled any new interviews, and but I will probably be working on some. So keep an eye peeled. I'm going to be better at promoting them, like Bones was telling me.
That's cool, man. Dead Michael needs some people for Saturday. If you guys want to go on and be on with him and Wes, I cannot make those shows because I overdo myself sometimes and I need to take a break. I may come on every now and again, but he is looking for a couple people to be on those shows. If you guys want to join Wes and Dead Mike.
Hell yeah.
Bone, what do you got, bro? Anything?
I got Boglins.
He's just got the Boglins. Casey, what you got?
I don't know. I don't know. I recorded audio for something, but I haven't worked on it any, so I don't know if I'll have it done anytime soon.
Sometimes people freelance. It's all good. I try not to put myself on a schedule anymore. I do that pretty bad, and I get mad at myself if I don't upload a certain amount of videos. I'm gonna stop that because I just want to have fun with my channel. It's all that matters.
That's cool.
All right, Tochi, let it out the bag. What all do you got going on? What are you eating?
My mom just delivered me some scrambled eggs and looks like sausage and cheese.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yummy.
Awesome.
I'm happy.
Anything you want to promote before? By the way, you've been so positive this week, and it's infectious. So keep doing what you're doing. We need a little bit of positivity in the world right now with all the bullshit that's going on.
I know. I'm going to have an 80s archives this week and a Tochi in the Wild.
Okay. I'll have an 80s archives this week. I'm reviewing a movie called Murphy's Romance.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Katie's hungry now. She says those eggs and sausage looks delicious. All right, guys. We'll sign off here at 20 after. We got 3 minutes. Anybody have anything else they want to say? Did everybody have fun tonight? Do we have fun with the Freddy franchise? We're kind of done with it for a while.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for having me here, man. That was cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the upgrade, I think, and start having capability of having about 10 people on at once. I like to have everybody on at the same time. I don't care about the $20. It doesn't bother me.
For those who haven't seen it, I just put Katie's link to her house review on the chat.
Awesome.
Dude, that movie is so good. I can't wait to see what she thinks of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to get to know you even more, sweetie Wessie.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll play our video, and then we'll close it out, okay? Thanks, everybody in the chat that came, everybody in the panel. Before we leave, let's give it one more go. Let's watch the video of the Midnight Hour.
Right up.
Boglins, come out and play. Boglins, come out and play.
The Midnight Hour. We got all the horror you need. We got Mr. Bones and the Pumpkin King, killing Katie and Queen, and chocolate Digi, to leave your ass dizzy as fuck. And don't forget Casey, InterwebKaiju, fuck with him and you'll be through. Also, we roll with a dead boy named Mike, a bat and a cat and an echo that rings throughout the night. So many more. I'm talking about the Midnight Army. We roll deep, so before I say anything else, I'ma drop the mic. Join us in 12 and beyond. We bring that fear. It will make you cower. Step into the darkness. It's the Midnight Hour. Boglin Club.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. Boglins.
Boglin.
None.